You can keep talking about it though. You're talking about rendering when?
Again?
You said what are you talking about for rendering?
Oh, like the logistical process of like minting after rendering is done. It's like kind of an unknown.
Yeah, I haven't really tried to figure out that thing that
yeah, me neither.
NFT, but it's at least possible. So I feel like it might take a day or two to figure it out, but it should save a shit ton of time in the long run.
Yeah. Otherwise, I feel like there is a way we can like break the workflow up where like we're minting as we go. If we're having to do it manually.
Preferably, we don't have to do that.
Although, yeah, I don't want to do that because if we duplicate something and mint it, then it's minted.
Yeah. There's just so much more room for error. If you miss copy and paste one thing, then all of the attributes are wrong on all of them because NFT Hive is going to auto-generate like the rarity based on the attributes. So like, we're talking like 10 traits times 1,000. That's like 10,000 if you miss copy and paste one. It's way less room for error if we do it on a spreadsheet because we can double check the spreadsheet before launching it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking at this Droppp market right now. People said the prices are all just ridiculous on this Droppp market right now.
Yeah, I do think like the Droppp market's definitely like a separate marketplace. So like none of those transactions exist outside of it. None of those listings, rather.
Can't log into Google. I'm gonna get rid of mine. Get rid of my password before I type it in. Give you all some psychedelics to look at. They did say they're, I don't know if you saw my post in Discord, but they're not circumventing the tokenomics fees.
Oh, interesting.
They said they'll calculate 2% of every transaction and send that amount of wax over to the smart contract for Wax DeFi shit.
That's kind of cool then.
But I don't know. I'll probably wait to say my full opinion on it because nobody's in here and we're going to get asked about it 100 times. So.
Yeah, sure.
I guess for people watching the replay, if you didn't know, Droppp, who's the brand that Funko is partnered with to do NFT stuff, created their own marketplace and launched it today. So big news. Oh boy. At like 7:30 a.m. they launched the beta. So fresh off the press, brand new NFT news. And a lot of people are wondering, what does that mean for Wax? What does that mean for Atomichub? And today we are going to dive into such topics.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure as people roll into the stream, every single person is going to ask based on my clickbait title. So come on, wait to talk about it just so less people hop in and are like, hey, what do you think about this? Because then our stream is going to be us repeating the same information for 30 minutes straight, which is, to be honest, going to happen anyway, but maybe can prevent a little of it if I wait. So for now, we're going to chill, listen to these relaxing stream beats, and watch people power washing walls for satisfying videos. What's going on, Random King? Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Just in the background, like perusing these fucking marketplaces.
Ooh, somebody just said things are looking bad at Brawlers. Looks like a hack took place involving Brawl. That we can look at.
That sounds like good news for people trying to buy Brawl.
I just dumped most of my Brawl, so I'm not pretty good.
Yeah, same. I had almost all of mine in like a liquidity pool that was out of range, and during the like price hump went back into range and made me about 100. I bought 200 wax worth, and I left with 320 something wax.
Honestly, it looks fine. I don't know what people are talking about. I guess it. Never mind. I just dumped a lot.
Dude.
But who knows? Let's look at Brawl right now, though. Take away all the ADD stuff. So here's our Brawl chart. So you can see it went from 0.13 to 0.03. That's a pretty big dip.
Oh damn, that's a massive dip. Yeah, what the
Then
fuck?
It pumped all the way back up to 0.13, and now it's back down to 0.08. So,
whoo, good time to be in the LP.
I don't know like why someone thinks this is a hack. Let me go check out the Discord and see if I can find some more information on this. Like, just because people are dumping Brawl doesn't mean it's necessarily an exploit. Although that is a big dump. I also don't get why people are buying it in the first place. Like, for all we know, everybody bought it to pump it just so they could dump on more people buying it. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows?
Although I don't know why people are buying Brawl. I was selling.
Our volume for Brawl is ridiculously higher than it usually. It's $76,000 in the last 24 hours, and in the past week, including the $76,000, it's under 100K. So,
yeah, I was doing like
today
$5,000 to $10,000 on a good day, and it just did like 75K.
Yeah, so it's like definitely something going on with Brawl Token.
I'm still trying to find. They changed their Discord logo, so I can't fucking find it anymore. Now it's like which honestly was a smart move. They made Tyranno Studios Discord instead of like each game, like Music Mogul, Blockchain Brawlers. You know, they're all just under one server now, so you don't have to be in like 5. No announcements. Last announcement was on the 3rd. It says, "Oh, Brawl for All is coming soon." I guess that was the last announcement. Is that why it dumped? That doesn't make any sense.
Damn, we're looking into why Brawl is going nuts today.
There was an update. An update was pushed on the 1st of October. But this dumped before then. Or, I don't know. Yeah, dumped on the September 30th. So that was before the update. So if there's an exploit, it was not because of an update to the game. Let me scroll through and see what people are saying in the Discord.
Right.
Hey, Barnes Don. I guess I'll show my Discord screen so people can see what I'm looking at. I don't know if I have Discord as an option. Let's see if I can make that happen. Discord. And then how do we get rid of web? There we go. Hopefully people are not posting crazy shit. So when did the dump happen? On the 30th? Ooh, Mike said something. There's still some things on the Brawl for All that are not settled. Ideally, we'd like to hold all matches on the same day, which would require all 3 events to sell out. We'll see if that happens this week or not. Also, of the 40 confirmed entrants in the Bronze Division, we were still waiting for 19 competitors to fill out the type form and pick their brawler. We do not want to presume who everyone will use. Once the brawlers are picked, we will need to confirm they actually own the assets. This sounds like a nightmare to try to sign up for. Like, you can't just build a DApp where people can like click enter tournament. If you've bought a bronze ticket, please let us know. It sounds like Brawl for All is happening soon, which Brawl for All, I guess if you weren't aware, is like blockchain brawlers attempting to do like a simulated actual wrestling matches where you can see your wrestlers fight each other. It's not a game that you get to play. You cannot dictate the outcome. It'll just be RNG based, but you can basically enter And I think you like people enter with brawl, and then whoever wins the brawl. So it's like pretty basically just gambling. It's like it's like the wrestling version of Zed Run. It's like you enter your stuff, and then an algorithm decides who wins, and you get to watch the outcome. Which honestly might be more people's speed than actually playing a card game on Wax, but we'll see. That, however, is probably not why the token dumped. So September 30th, I'm going to go back a few days and see if the news.
Yeah,
Wax, Robert from Wax said, "Hey Marco, the team is aware and investigating." The other thing is it could have happened not on Wax. Like we're not like how do we not know that it dumped on I guess we can check. Have you checked Coin Market Cap? Did it dump besides Wax? I feel like it definitely dumped if it dumped this hard on Wax.
Yeah, let's see. I'll pull it up on Coin Market Cap or CoinGecko. Let's see. Brawl.
I don't know. Nobody's really talking about it in the Discord, which is kind of surprising. The token dropped by like, I don't know, was that 90% or something? And just like nobody even mentioned it in the fucking Discord. It says Brawl is the top on KuCoin gainers. That's probably because it dumped so hard and they came back up, right?
Probably. Let's see. Bone Wet West East. Okay.
Yeah, no one's saying anything in the Discord, which is kind of surprising. You'd think people would be like, why is the token dumping? That usually happens in every token Discord when it dumps.
Let's see if I look on the text screener if I can find it.
If it's a top gainer on KuCoin, it definitely, like, the volume's not just on Wax. Yeah, nobody's talking about anything on Discord, which is kind of surprising. Wait, somebody just said today, did Brawl just get hacked? Brawl smacked the floor hard. Yeah, but the account doing it is very sus. Here we go. Now we're getting to the juice. It's weird nobody noticed on the 30th, but now people are noticing today. This is the account apparently selling Brawl. I just found Rippy Ripperino Pepperoni. What? Ripperino Pepperoni.
So, move myself over here.
How much are they still pulling from the wallet? No, he stopped. He has 2.5 plus 1 million in sell order. He got over 8 million from the Blockchain Brawler's wallet. That's not a good sign.
8 million.
He's dumping it and cashing out. People see cheap Brawl and they don't know why. I didn't know without looking here. If you can arbitrage it to other exchanges, it's worth the buy. Robert said, "Hey, chap, you were aware and investigating. That's today at 1:53. This is brand new."
Yeah. This is like ongoing as we speak.
It looks like he's able to just withdraw an asset of Brawl somehow. And he took Wax directly from the Blockchain Brawler's wallet. 126,000 Wax.
Yeah, dude. Who the fuck is securing those wallets? And hopefully it's not the same people securing their blockchain bridges.
Agreed. 884,000 volume in Wax. Said maybe their trading / liquidity bot went rogue. The wallet is 2 hours old. He's also duplicating his deposits.
Snap.
Somebody said, has it been doing this for days? It looks like there was a huge dump about a week ago. That's what I was saying. Like, how did nobody notice that the price went down to like a lot?
I feel like if the community I could let go, but like, how's the team not paying attention to their own fucking asset?
I mean, I didn't notice, but I'm also, again, I sold almost all of my Brawl last week, so I timed it pretty good.
On the way up.
because it pumped for like no apparent reason. I was like, maybe Brawl for All is why I was pumping. That kind of makes sense since they're launching a new mode, but also not really. Like, all right, let's look at some of the transactions going on in this wallet. Oh yeah, look at all this wax they're getting from Alcor for Brawl. They sent 500,000 Brawl to Alcor. And that's not even the first one. They got 11,000 wax here. 400,000 Brawl. 400,000 Brawl. You know, we can go to like, it'll be easier to look at this through Wax Detective and see exactly how much money they just pulled out of the Brawl ecosystem. Let's see what they did.
It's crazy how fast it came back too. It doesn't seem like the hack was addressed or somehow like mitigated. So who the fuck is buying back into a hacked contract?
People in the Discord said they were they're arbitraging it on KuCoin and stuff.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That is one of the better things about having a token listed on multiple exchanges is you gotta eat through a lot of liquidity.
Out of blockchain Brawl, I just have my NFTs. I just sold the Brawl tokens while it was pumping these last few days.
Yeah, I still have a set of cards and multiple brawlers. I didn't sell my NFTs. I also kept some of the token. I probably sold like 3/4 of my token. Let's see. We can see how much he just got from Alcor. That's funny too. They're paying the transaction fee instead of staking wax. Some degens shit. I don't know why this is not loading.
Yeah,
loading. Okay, here we go. They've got 689,000 wax from Alcor Dex main. And they sent 679,000 wax through a bridge. So they're probably trying to go wash it through DeFi if they're bridging the wax. That makes sense. You're not trying to sell fucking the wax directly on like a KYC exchange, which pretty much all exchanges you can trade wax through are KYC. So they send it to the bridge, they can turn it into Wax E and then swap Wax E through DeFi on Ether, which probably has more liquidity than trying to dump it DeFi through like wax stuff. Whoever's doing this knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Someone knows what the fuck's up.
And they received their wax, or they sent wax to EarnBet.
Oh shit, EarnBet, baby.
And they received wax from EarnBet. So I wonder, I don't know if they're actually betting or if that was like a way to wash, like maybe EarnBet they created their account that way.
They have their own bridge. You can bridge like crypto in and then withdraw like wax and stuff through EarnBet.
Let's go to EOS Authority and see if we can find out what wallet created this account. It'd be funny if like we find out who did this before the wax team does.
Right.
Why does that never work on EOS Authority? Like when you click wax, it just doesn't change.
Yeah, I don't know.
Except it's a wham. We're not going to be able to see who created this. Unless they're dumb enough to fund it from another wallet, but this person knows what they're doing.
I doubt it based on how they're doing their transactions. It sounds like they really know what the fuck's up.
The wallet was created on October 5th. That's today.
Today, yeah.
I wonder if this is the same person that dumped the price earlier and they just created a new wallet to do it to like cover the tracks, or I wonder if that was totally separate. Yeah. Let's see. Let's refresh. The price might still be coming down. I'm not really sure what's going on. This is happening within the last hour. Let's look at the 1-day chart. Honestly, holding price pretty damn well for...
It's coming back up quite a bit, actually. The last few minutes, it's been climbing. I think people are arbitering it on the cross-chain liquidity because it looks like all the dumping happened on wax.
So it definitely does look like an exploit directly in wax. Somebody's able... I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless they just had all of that sitting from the mining phase and they're just waiting to dump it. But that's like... They had over 1 million tokens. I think the total supply is 1 billion. So it's like...
Yeah, it is.
0.1% of the total supply.
Yeah, damn.
One thing, this is Monosuerte's comment. One thing I get from all these NFT games with battle mechanics is that they need to get their shit together and have an in-app matchmaking ready, working before they even try to release an alpha. There's interest in Blockchain Brawler and Warsaken when the gameplay released, but most people don't want to screw with the codes or the Discord coordination. I 100% agree with that. That's exactly what I just said about Brawl for All. Is like, I'm not trying to like sign up a Google form and like DM you you to play a game. Like, I want to be able to install something and just play a game. Honestly, I want to be able to just get it in the App Store or on Steam or on Epic. Like, I don't even want to have to get a standalone installer these days. Like, any games with standalones installers are usually janky as fuck.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. It should definitely be part of like the gaming ecosystem somewhere. Like, it
is what it is. Easier said than done. I mean, we do Google Forms for our fucking VRL, where we were until TD was building this tool, but we're also a much smaller operation than these people that raise millions of dollars, so I kind of expect more from them.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Owl Games and EarnBet, you can use to wash what accounts you're sending it to.
Yep. Exactly. Fund it with one account and then send it to another.
You know, I could probably find out right now. That's a good call. I have a tool that checks. We got to find their transaction to EarnBet. God, they have so many transactions. The last like a couple hours old. If they deposited money into EarnBet, I can see if any other accounts deposited because I can search by memo.
Oh, right.
Shout out to Any Observation, whose tool I use for that. I don't know how to do shit. Any Observation programmed a tool that scrubs the... I think EarnBet might have been like at the very beginning. Let's see. Let's go to the last page.
Yeah, it's probably like their first fucking thing.
They've been doing it since 11 a.m. They've been grinding this shit for hours. Can you search by account?
I feel like you should be
able to. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that.
Except, no, that didn't help. I'm just gonna have to find the fucking transaction. I guess I can just type earn. This will be faster. The wallet's called EarnBet, right?
I think so. I'm checking right now what the wallet is.
EarnBet Wax 11 is the name of it.
Yeah, there it is.
It's funny they just have 11 in there. Like, they don't even have their own custom name. Where are you, transaction? I kind of like doing this like wax detective work. Something satisfying about like figuring out what's going on in the blockchain that most people like can't read.
Yeah.
It's also crazy how long we've been doing this. It's just like second nature to be like, oh yeah, we can fucking... I was like, oh, we can't find it because they washed it. And it's like, oh no, I have a tool to find when people are washing stuff through exchanges. Although this is not showing up for some reason. I don't trust it like that.
I wonder if selling all at once like this person did was the best way to make this money, or if they could have made way more if they had like time waited.
They have more in market orders right now already. Somebody said they have like a shit ton sitting in the market still. How do I not see the EarnBet transactions? Right? Like it says it showed up on...
What's like the very first transaction? Maybe they fucking funded the initial export from EarnBet too.
So they sent 300 wax to EarnBet. But when? I can also go to the EarnBet wallet and maybe see if I can find it that way. Did I spell EarnBet wrong? Maybe the search just isn't working with this.
That could be.
That seems more likely. This is also not loading now. Search memo. I wish I could search by account. Also, I think this is still like, is this still actively happening? Like, I don't know if these transactions have even like settled.
It seems like it's still ongoing at the moment. No, there's definitely still arbitrage opportunities people are exploiting.
Let's just text bridge. Yeah, it doesn't search the info for some reason. Oh, no, that's because I spelled bridge wrong like a fucking idiot. Okay, this one we at least know is working. How much is? What did I say? They pulled like 600,000 wax. How much is that?
Let's see. 600,000 wax. Let me do some math here on my little calculator. It looks like that is going to be $25,000. $25,262.
Not a bad hacking day for that hacker.
Not bad, but not a huge hack. Not big enough to like write an article about.
We're making a live article about it.
I don't know. For wax, that's pretty fucking huge.
25 grand. That's like more liquidity than it's in a lot of token liquidity pools.
Yeah, that's a huge hack on wax. On the general like crypto market scale of hacks, that's small time, small fish, baby.
Weird. I don't know why EarnBet just doesn't show up. It says they've sent them the shit, but we can't see like the transactions. That doesn't make sense to me.
Can devs do something?
Can devs do something?
The EarnBet account has 100,000 wax. Oh, it's because this blockchain explorer doesn't work. Let's go back to wax.blocks. We're gonna find this, damn it.
Let's get into it. Find this fucking guy.
I think this is it. I think I found it. It's weird it didn't show up under this, but
What up, Mocha Twister?
HDFOU.
It looks like the Brawl token was hacked. As far as the Brawl, like project wallets were drained of millions of Brawl and hundreds of thousands of wax. And then
Somebody stole $25,000 worth of Brawl.
Yeah, it also dumped the spot price of Brawl on wax to almost nothing, and it since has recovered very aggressively as people are arbitraging between the spot price of Brawl on wax and the spot price of Brawl on other blockchains and centralized exchanges.
And they used a fresh account for this. There's been no other deposits to this memo.
Clever.
So the person was good at covering their tracks at the very least.
Clever girl. You gotta go another layer deep. Nope, no dice.
All right, so I can't find out who did this.
Yeah, that's the end of the track. Yeah, that's definitely why shit like EarnBet is great to. I mean, I guess I'm not trying to advertise wash trading or hiding, obscuring your transaction history, but you know.
I will say I'm pretty surprised how well this recovered, like for $25,000.
Super aggressively. But I think that just has to do with all the crazy arbitrage opportunities that still exist. Because, like, again, $25,000 isn't that much money, considering like the CEX and like the liquidity on other chains. So this hack seems to have happened on the Wax blockchain. The exploit rather could be that maybe they just like lost their private keys or something. Who knows? See how this develops. This happened like a couple hours ago.
Now I'll keep this tab open so we can kind of keep an eye on the price. Pretty impressive though. Not a lot of tokens can just absorb a $25,000 hack.
No, definitely not. Yeah, Brawl is definitely one of these, like one of the staples of like Wax tokens. I'd say at least gaming currencies on Wax. I think Brawl is like top one of those.
Also, if you were in the liquidity pool and all this was happening, you probably got some pretty good fees.
Fucking paid off well. I fucking made a higher high after the hack.
That wasn't the hack. That was nobody knows what. Like nobody even mentioned this anywhere.
Oh,
the hack is right here. Although, like I don't know. I would assume something sketchy happened here too, and they did the same thing again, and then just people noticed today. That would be my guess, but it's a different wallet because that wallet wasn't even created as of September 30th. So,
if I had Brawl left over, I'd probably drop it right now. I'm really looking to bag hold an exploit.
Move on to our.
Know that the exploit is over and that the damage is done.
Yeah,
the damage is done at this point too, so it's like not like I can pull out and still like make off with a killing.
I don't know if they can
current spot price is still way higher than it was like a few weeks ago, or like last month, for example.
The other thing
So-
is,
You know,
the other thing is that we don't know if they fixed the hack. like if this happened twice in the last week, then
yeah, exactly.
how do you
That's
know
why
it's
I
not
was-
going to happen again in 25 minutes? So I don't know. I mean,
would-
I'm holding some,
I would
but
know if I had Brawl left over, I would get rid
the
of it.
amount I'm holding is to play the game, not to sell. So I'm not really worried about it. I sold like as much as I wanted to sell. But yeah, the main news story we're going to go over today.
There is an exploit. We don't know that the exploit is patched or that it can't happen again, like Liz said. So we'll see. Someone's exploiting these tokens actively.
I feel like if
And
you wanted to sell your Brawl, you could have sold it by now. Like
that's what I was thinking too. Is like I didn't have any Brawl because I sold it on the way up. Like
I'm holding mine for like gameplay because you still use it to bet in the game. So I kept enough that I could play regardless of what happens to the price. So
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not worried about selling the current amount, but I sold like 3/4, maybe 4/5 of my Brawl. I sold almost all of it. So I've got a little bit left and I'm just riding it out. I'm not that worried about it.
And to place some limit orders, you could place limit orders for Brawl like stupid cheap, and they might fill if there's another exploit or another wave of dumps.
I'm sort of fine with what I'm holding. I don't want more Brawl. I want the amount of Brawl I have, and I can live with that. I am kind of excited to try to Brawl for all mode, though, just because it's something new on Wax. But I feel like it's going to be pay to win because I think your wrestlers do well based on rarity. So whoever has the one-of-ones is just going to win all those and steal your money. So don't know how well that's going to work for your average player, but I also wonder how much you think those one-of-ones are selling for now that, like, they no longer mine.
Yeah, they don't mine. They don't really do much. And the Brawl token that they did mine has been exploited in the last few hours.
I mean, they haven't been able to mine for.
They'll probably sell for a
year.
fucking fortune because I'm pretty sure that market is just maintained by a very, very small group of people.
Let's see. Series 1.
Yeah, 50 daily volume. Yeah, dude, it's fucking huge daily volume. It's I think it's like 7 times the volume of TLM on average.
9,000 Wax is the cheapest one. That's a shit ton cheaper than it used to be, but also somebody spent $30,000 on this. Whoops.
Holy man, what were they thinking?
I wonder what the Brawl CMs are selling for too. Doesn't end up being like a huge
disappointment. Those were like $5,000 drops.
Still selling for $623. Not bad for an asset that I think should be worth a lot less personally. I'd buy one of these for like $20. I got $20.
Weed every day.
I would do 40. And I would consider it risky.
Yeah. It does concern me because Wax maintains like all the smart contracts for their bridges and shit. If there's like
so that's what my first thought was like, who the fuck smart contract just got hacked? Is this the same people who make the like bridges for USDT, USDC? If that shit gets hacked and drained, well, the difference is the drain would have to happen on the Ethereum side. Yeah,
you can't really dump on Wax. There's no liquidity.
Exactly. It's like I have all the liquidity. You can dump it into my pocket, and then I'll
Still
bridge
just
it out.
not a good sign though. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. There's also a chance there wasn't a hack. Like there is a chance somebody had 1 million tokens. It looks sketchy.
That's true.
I guess no, there's no way because that person wasn't playing during the mining phase. That wallet was created
just a
a couple hours ago, so they could not have that balance just sitting there. That's not possible.
And they stole money like Wax from the team wallet as well. And that's usually not something that
I think you can deposit Wax into the blockchain brawler wallet, so that also would have been possible.
Okay,
but
I understood that correctly.
But yeah, I don't think they deposited the amount they withdrew. So, and the wallet was created a couple hours ago, so definitely looks sus. Is what I'll call it.
Sus. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to other.
The real doom and gloom news.
The real doom and gloom. Which I don't know. I guess before we get too into it, I don't think this is like the sky is falling on Wax, but I also don't think it's good news. I think this is worse news than Wombat buying Atomichub, which I was like, yeah, that's probably not that bad. This, I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit worried about this one. I wasn't really worried about Wombat buying Atomichub. This, I think,
That's
could
true.
affect
I feel
the.
like this probably hurts Wombat's like potential to make revenue though, because Wombat now owns Atomichub, and Atomichub isn't going to see any of the like market revenue from any of these new sales.
It's.
So what's
I
happening
mean, we'll
is
get into it, but I think there's way bigger implications. I don't really give a fuck about Atomichub personally. I care about Wax, and I think this is bad for Wax.
same.
Like, how do people find collections on Wax?
Yeah, exactly.
And if people don't know Atomichub exists because they're only using the Droppp app, Funko is the number one onboarder of new users to Wax. So if they're onboarding new users and they're no longer linking to third-party marketplaces, people don't know the Wax Cloud Wallet exists. How are you going to find anything on Wax besides Funko? It's going to be its own self-contained ecosystem.
Yeah, Funko, they're going to be able to like whitelist basically everything they want to do well, and that'll be the only thing that their collectors even have access to. And I doubt they even whitelist third-party stuff. I imagine they're just going to whitelist their own shit. What would they?
I mean, we can see right here the marketplace is live, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves. I don't know if we even just announced Droppp.
Yeah, let's say what happened here is Droppp, which
Droppp
is
announced today at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time that they are launching their own marketplace, which is a competitor to Atomichub, Nifty Blocks, NFT Hive. It's an NFT marketplace, but one of the differences about this marketplace is you use USDC instead of Wax to make purchases.
Yeah, which as an end user, honestly, probably a better experience. Like you're not having to like keep your assets in some speculative Wax token when you're buying and selling these things. It's like, okay, I spent 5 cents on this a year ago, and a year later it still sells for 5 cents, and it's still 5 fucking cents. Rather than, I spent 5 cents on this a year ago, which was 0.5 Wax, and then today it still sells for 5 cents, but that's like 3 Wax. So
yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, I got fucked in NFL Rivals. I sold an NFT for $400, and then literally 3 days later, I had $200 in my account because it went down 50%.
Yeah, because the fucking token holding. Yeah, so I like that.
From a user perspective, not a bad move. From a company perspective, they're going to make all the secondary fees now instead of Atomichub. Atomichub is getting all the secondary fees for people trading their NFTs. So now they get the collection fee, and they get the market fee if people are buying through their stuff. So makes sense for them as a business. But for Wax, I think it's bad because I would say the top purchases of Wax right now, besides people just trading and like, fucking stonks people that actually are using Wax, the number one purchase is people using credit cards to buy Funko through Atomichub. They use the third-party credit card service that Atomichub partnered with to buy, and it's for a while it's hard to buy Wax, so people are just doing that. But if instead of buying them there, you can just skip the middleman and use your credit card to buy USDC and then buy all the stuff directly with that, then money is not moving through Wax anymore. The money is all moving through USDC, which is not deployed on Wax. The Wax being used in this marketplace is not USDC on Wax. So that could hurt the buy pressure on Wax. I don't know if I'd say like significantly, because I still think like market makers and crypto traders are probably trading more Wax than the NFT traders, to be honest. Like, I feel like the markets move more just because of all the exchanges it's listed on and fucking Bitcoin's movement than like specific NFT traders pumping the market. But I don't know. I don't think it's good for Wax. Like, there's no way that is beneficial. Some people are trying to sell it as like, oh, this like teaches people how to use a secondary market, so they'll be more likely to use Atomichub. I'm like, I don't think so. Like, what makes you think that people are just going to use this instead of Atomichub? I will say this market is hot trash right now. There's no, you can't search by name. You can't search by lowest price. Like, it just lists fucking anything. Like, what's going on here? I guess let's click on like
random shit.
The WB 100th anniversary. Let's see if there's some more. Okay, now we got some. I lied. There are some more.
That's a lot better.
There's still no search by price though. You can't list by lowest. So I guess just keep. If you want to be a dick, just keep spam refreshing your overpriced listing, and you'll always be on top.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, they have a little bit rarity variance. This is also beta. I'm sure it'll improve, but as of now, like no one's gonna use this over Atomichub for like functionality. The only reason you're using this is because you literally don't know Atomichub exists at this point.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have quite a few collectors who don't fuck with stuff outside of Dropp's ecosystem. It is also cool that I like stablecoin and USDC, but there isn't really a good option for USDC on Wax other than Wax USDC, and I don't know, that's not really at peg or well maintained or deep liquidity. So it is nice that they're using USDC that's directly managed by Circle, and so it's basically native USDC assets. You don't have that bridge exposure potential.
I think the only good news that came from this is Patrick from Aloha EOS, aka Droppp, said in the Wax unofficial telegram, before anyone asks, yes, Droppp is still participating in the 2% Wax tokenomic fees. When a sale takes place, we will calculate what the 2% would be in WaxP and send it to the contract. You can test yourself to verify that. So a lot of people are worried that they're making this to circumvent the tokenomics fees on Wax, because currently every trade you do through any marketplace on Wax, 2% of that goes to Wax. Some of it's burned, some of it's sent to Wax DeFi. But that's also what funds like, the guilds, and like that's how the Wax ecosystem maintains all their shit, is they're able to pay people with the money they collect from that. So that's kind of essential for Wax being able to operate. And also, if you're like people in our community like Max or myself or Toon or some other people, we participate in Wax DeFi, so we have a stake in those tokenomics fees. So if you're losing like 95% of the volume or whatever Funko's doing, like of the NFT sales on Wax, they're a huge portion of it. If all of that goes away, then Wax DeFi might just be totally boned. So this is a good news for Wax tokenomics and Wax DeFi. But as I was saying before, it's still not the best news for like buy pressure on Wax, because they're not doing the sales with Wax anymore. So people no longer have to buy Wax to buy on the aftermarket. They now buy USDC. And as I'm the KY was saying, Circle managed USDC. Yeah, this is coming from Circle themselves. This is not bridged USDC. If it were bridged USDC, people have to buy Wax to get it. But because it is not, that means they don't need to touch Wax. And yes, when I say Wax DeFi, I mean Ether Network. If you go to the Wax DeFi website.
Yeah.
It's
so part of that also
a little bit of both.
Yeah, part of that also affects just regular Wax users, because a portion of Wax DeFi tokenomics fees are burned. So the more transaction volume Wax has as far as NFT sales go, the more potentially deflationary the Wax token can become. And this kind of removes quite a bit of that deflation pressure.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't think this is like sky is falling news. I would say if they said they're circumventing the 2% fees, that's like getting close to sky is falling. Like I probably would have pulled all of my money out of Wax DeFi if that happened. But I don't think this is like quite sky is falling news. I do think it's not good, just because like, I don't know, to speak candidly from our perspective, we run a collectible brand on Wax. Funko onboards collectors that can find our collection, and they can maybe do so by having a decentralized wallet. If they have to sell their stuff, they had to make either a Wombat wallet or a Web Cloud wallet. They had to make a .wam, and they had to know how that stuff worked to be able to sell their stuff. So they kind of like accidentally had to jump into the deep end of Wax and be exposed to other projects besides Funko. But now that they don't have to do that, a large portion of new customers that are on board by Funko might never find brands like Neon Spice. They might never find Sune. They might never find Nerds Unite. They might not find us smaller folks, because they don't need to anymore unless we get whitelisted on the Funko marketplace. Which honestly, that's probably going to be my next move, is begging fucking Patrick to let third party, like, Patrick, want to put Neon Space on the fucking Droppp market? Because that would really be incredible. Right. I don't know. I don't know if that's their MO yet.
I'm not sure if they're interested in doing that, but that's definitely like something that we need if we want to have access to the collection, like the collector base that they onboard. Especially now that you said you don't need to know how public blockchain side of Wax stuff works to do any of the Funko stuff anymore.
I also think this is not going to end Atomichub's trading of Funko. It's not going to end people wanting to use decentralized markets. You have to KYC to use the Funko market, and I think there's a large portion of people currently trading like that don't want to have to do that. But I think it's more of an issue for new users. Like new users might just not know the other stuff exists. I think current users are going to keep using Atomichub. I think some might bounce over, but I don't think it's going to like kill all of them. And the other thing people have mentioned is like a big part of the Funko community is trading to be able to complete your sets. Like if there's no trade function and you can only buy and sell, then you're going to spend way more money. And people already like on Funko forums, Discord, on Facebook groups, like they message each other and then they trade through Atomichub so they don't like they're bypassing the fees of buying and selling on the marketplace. And I don't think that's going to go away. And I think there will always be word of mouth through those communities, and those people will end up coming to Atomichub anyway. So I think like not all new customers are going to never find Atomichub. Anyone that's active in the community that's like, hey, like I want to trade this for that. How do we do it? Instead of like trying to list for super cheap on the market, like, hey man, just come over to Atomichub where you can do a trustless trade. And so I do think like it's not going to just immediately kill that, like just because they launched this marketplace. That and the marketplace is basically unusable at the moment from like a buyer perspective. Although they'll improve that, I still don't think it's going to like totally kill Atomichub, and I don't think it'll ever totally replace. If they add peer-to-peer trading, then we're in a little bit more trouble.
Yeah, that definitely would. But even then, it's still KYC. So it's like you said, I don't think that people are like, I have a Droppp wallet and I'm not interested in KYCing. Like, I don't know. I don't like.
We're also super hip to crypto, though. Like if someone's brand new, the difference is like signing up for wax might be harder than like how are you getting your wax? You got to go KYC in an exchange anyway. Like pretty much, like most people can't get wax without KYCing anyway. So if you decide between KYCing on the shit you want to buy versus signing up for some third-party exchange you've never heard of nor trust, and then sourcing wax, then sending it for a buy fee to purchase a wallet to be able to stake CPU, like some people are just going to fucking KYC at the Funko market. Like there's a lot of steps to get a wax wallet and a lot of knowledge you need, and the whole resource model is confusing as fuck. Like I do think a lot of new customers are just gonna be like, yeah, I would rather just send them my ID than deal with any of that other bullshit.
I kind of get that too. I also agree if like there's proper incentives by the third-party marketplaces, like if you start earning Wombat for selling your NFTs there, that definitely helps pull some pressure back to those markets. Like I definitely, started using NFT Hive much more when the honey rewards were flowing like wine.
Yeah, I also think that's problematic too, though. Like, it's just gonna create a shit ton of wash trading. People are gonna dump the Wombat token, see how they circumvent that. But I posted an article last night where, like, Blur did that to on Ethereum. Blur is a competitor to OpenSea, and in order to incentivize people leaving OpenSea, they created a token. There's like this bidding system, and a leading NFT analytics platform has flagged 80% of the recent trades on Blur as inorganic. So 80% get labeled as wash trading.
Yeah.
That's a huge
that makes sense
portion.
too, because you're incentivizing wash trading. You're like, oh, if you just trade back and forth between your own wallets, we'll pay you.
I just think that's not healthy because like it makes NFTs look like they're selling for more than they are, and that incentivizes customers to buy things that aren't worth what they're worth. Like that's just bad for the users. Like it's good for the whales that know how to game the system. It's bad for the whole market because it's inorganic. Like it's just creating false sense of hope, false sense of value. Like I don't know, and it's gonna happen on wax for sure too. Like that's just a fucking byproduct. People already do on honey. Honey can't get past a certain value because when it does, people just wash trade until it goes down below that value. So like, I don't know. Depending on what that value is for Wombat, it might be bad for the token.
Yeah, at least with the wash trading on honey, it's like, okay, well, honey token gets a kickback of the like revenue that's earned by the wash trading. Wombat doesn't, so that would be even worse as far as the sell pressure on the token.
Yeah, it is what it is, and also it will incentivize people to use it. I'm not saying it won't. I don't know. I'm getting tired of all the fucking stonk hype and like collectibles. It's like I just want to fucking be able to sell collectibles, and not have a bunch of crazy fucking flippers and ROI junkies and people like manipulating the market. It's like, can't we just fucking have nice things and
Right.
trade them for what they're actually worth and not have to deal with all this nonsense and shenanigans? But I guess that's what I signed up for when I joined the NFT space. It's just I'm getting burned out on it after years. It's like, don't people ever buy shit they just actually want to buy because they like it? Like, whatever happened to that? Why is everything because of financial gain? Why is everything for ROI? Like, is that the only reason people are buying shit in this space? Like, is it any of it organic, or is it all just a bunch of fucking stonks? Which, I don't know. I'm getting jaded. I've been here too long. Like, I don't know. I've stopped. I don't know. I still flip stuff a bit, but especially on Wax, like, I'm kind of not participating in most of that. I don't know how reliable the company that performs KYC is. Eventually, I might feel comfortable enough that they do a good job. If it's, I feel like if it's related with Circle, it's probably pretty trustworthy. But I also don't know who they're using for KYC. I don't know. I've KYC'd with so many people without fucking knowing like how safe it is.
Rug apes to the moon. That's funny.
I don't know. At this point on Wax, I'm just trying to mind my own business, focus on creating the best artwork I can create and creating a good product for people that want to get our stuff. The fucking rest of the chain is doing is on them. But we've also, I mean, I've been talking about it for a long time. Like, we do not expect Wax to onboard customers for us. They've been shitting the bed for a long time. That like Funko is doing all the work for them. So like, why should Funko give them all the fucking, like, Funko's doing all the legwork? Why should they just funnel their customers into a bunch of scams? Like, if we're gonna be honest, like 90% of the shit on Atomichub is gonna end up being a rug pull or a scam. So like, why would they want to expose their customers to that? Like, it makes sense for them. It sucks for us, the people that get the fucking shrapnel from this. Like, we're standing to the side of it and we're feeling the effects of it. But also, like, I totally understand from their perspective. Like, they're doing all the legwork, they want the market fees, and they don't want to expose their customers to risks. So like, makes sense for them. We just kind of get burned by it. But I don't know. Our strategy for quite some time has been pivot into physical stuff and go onboard collectors through the physical space that actually want to collect shit and aren't just flipper ROI junkies, because it seems to be working very well for people like Priscilla, Valor, and Vellum. The Sune collection, she has a really strong collector base that she found in real life at collector conventions, people who like collecting stuff who aren't just buying it to flip it to begin with. So that's sort of been our strategy for a while. Anyway, the reason we're making a profile picture project is to fund a set of physical collectibles so we can start going to conventions. So PFP is going to lead to the next stage, and that's, I don't know, we're already set up for like Wax to fucking not help us at all. So like, while it's kind of annoying, it's like we were already planning on this happening and we already have a backup plan and have been working on our backup plan for months now. So
yeah, that's
what it is.
It would be nice if we did have some kind of like, I don't know, interest in helping their independent collector communities, but they don't.
Oh, they'll buy mint one of your fucking. They'll buy the highest rarity PFP for $20,000 for some random person. That's how they help you.
Yeah, good. That really
they
helps.
artificially inflate the market. They make people buy it, and then they all bitch that the price goes down, and then your entire community's pissed off because they bought stuff for higher than they should have and can't sell it.
That would be pretty irritating, honestly. If Wax came in and like pumped the living shit out of like the price of a PFP thing that I dropped, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
They might buy our number one. They've kind of chilled out on that though, because people are just abusing the fuck out of it, making the trashiest PFP projects, expecting them to pump it. Like, I don't know. And it just became a lottery. And it's funny, that's what like the Wax apes ended up doing. They're like, oh, we're gonna give half of our drop to people who get the first top 100 rarity score. So they're just like, let's just take this thing Wax was doing and incorporate it into our drop, because that's how you pump the prices of this shit. And that's like all people in Wax want, which I don't know. It's like you can call it what you want. They're sort of responding to what the market wants. That's what the market wants. So
yeah,
I don't want to participate in that personally, but like, I can't really blame them for seeing what is working on Wax, then following that. That's decent business sense.
I kind of get that too. The other side of like, I don't know, don't expect to get kickbacks from like the secondary market for holding our NFTs, because we're not selling securities. We're selling digital artwork. And the second you advertise like a revenue share or some type of like buyback or some type of anything like that, I have a hard time like understanding how is that not a security. And
I also think like sweeping your own floor with company money, like I don't think you can do that in the stock market. You can't just like take all of your company money to buy your stock and then let other people buy it and then sell the stock. Like, isn't that some sort of fucking illegal thing.
You can use your company money to do a stock buyback, which you need to announce like a quarter ahead of time. You need to like let everyone know you're going to be buying back the stock and at what price. And then usually it tends to pump the stock, but like you do it with like, it's the alternative is either you pay the money to your shareholders with a dividend or you use the money to buy back stocks. I mean, either way, either way, it's a security. I mean, stocks are securities.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We don't sell
You're allowed
securities.
to-
We sell art, collectible artwork. So we are not going to be paying people a share of wax from our drop. If you can stake your shit for anything on Waxed Out, it's going to be because of the kindness of the heart of people in our community that create the pools. Our company will never use funds from our company to fund the pools for staking shit.
Yeah,
If that's what you're interested in,
All the-
you can go buy any of the other Ponzi's on Wax.
I funded any of the staking things just from my personal wallets as like this is fun and I want to do this, not as a like, oh, let me share revenue or advertise this in any way as some sort of like some sort of utility that these assets have. The utility that they have is that they're artwork that were made by artists and you bought it directly from the artist, so you supported the artist who made it. That's all we can really offer. And even the gaming utilities that we have, it's not like up to us to include that utility or how long it lasts or what it is. So I don't know. I really like that we don't advertise any of that shit.
Yeah, we've never checked every drop we've ever made. There's never been staking rates on our drops. We've never even mentioned they are stakeable.
Yeah,
we might. I think maybe on the Cosmos 11 one it says usable in game. That might be the only drop we ever advertise as having game utility.
That's true, and it was a blend.
Yeah, we didn't make any money on that.
Yeah.
We burned tokens for it.
Yeah, but either way, I think it's kind of scary considering that like generally the meta of PFP projects and NFT like art projects in general, not just on Wax but in general as well, the meta is basically to create securities. Like almost always they're like, oh yeah, there's some type of like ROI expectation that's advertised on the front end, and doing that, I don't know, that puts you into security territory. You can't be like,
even back in the Art Planet days, everybody was advertising like their staking rates, and like even that I would argue is like bringing it into security territory. Like
definitely.
So
it's risky. It's kind of scary to see, just like I said, because that's the meta. Like, and I think there's a lot of like honest people and like people who are just like artists or like leaders of communities that they created on their own who are following the meta and then inadvertently creating unregistered securities just because they don't necessarily understand.
I agree with that. I don't think everybody's like intentionally trying to like sell unlicensed, unregistered, unlicensed securities. I think it's more of just like, oh, everybody else in the space is doing it. Like, why don't we do it? Like, how many PFP projects on Ethereum swept their own floors with the drop money? Like, that's just like standard practice in the space. It's like you can't do, like, you're not supposed to be able to do that. And like, I don't know, it's just such the wild west in the crypto that like people don't play by the rules. And like, big part of Neon Space has always been, we're trying to plan for like 10 years ahead from now, like, and nothing ever goes away on the blockchain. Like, people will be able to trace what we're doing right now 10 years from now. So we've always been like, let's do everything by the book, even if it makes us way less money. We would prefer to be running a legitimate business and not breaking any laws to the best of our knowledge. And we all say we overpay on sales tax. We have to pay sales tax if people in Washington State buy our NFTs, but because we don't KYC or know where our customers are, we pay sales tax on all of our drops for every drop anybody's bought from us. We pay Washington State sales tax because we don't know where our customers are from, and it's better safe than sorry. To the best of our knowledge, we're like, we don't know, so we'll just do it and like do stuff like that. We could make more money and cut corners, but that's not really a sustainable business model. And
at the very least, if we do get audited, we can very clearly be like, we tried to do things above board, and when we didn't know, we overpaid versus underpaid. And again, it's not finance fraud if you're doing it on accident, and you can prove that you were trying to do it by the book. You might get fined, but you're not going to jail.
I do wonder what the space is going to look like in 5 years. I also feel like that's another reason why like you don't want to be buying into anonymous projects because like it's like why do people need to hide their identities? Like they're only hiding their identities because they're doing shady shit that they don't want traced back to them. That's like pretty much, in my opinion, like anything being run by anonymous. It's like oh, it's because like you're breaking some sort of law, and like I don't know, not all the laws I totally agree with. So it's like I understand like wanting to bend the rules just because you disagree with like the SEC or stuff, but I don't know. I'm trying to fucking run a legitimate business. I'm not trying to fucking run some fly by night thing because like that shit can still get shut down. Like just because like someone's anonymous, like and that just makes them more easy for them to abandon the project and not take any responsibility for their actions.
It makes sense too when you see people like Graffiti King or someone who's like, oh yeah, I don't need to worry about that tax stuff, and it's like, oh, it's because you don't plan to be here like next year.
And we saw what happened. He abandoned his project and gave it to a community member. That's the fucking move. That's the wax meta. Do a big, super ambitious drop, promise a bunch of shit, fail at that shit, give it to the community, say it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna let you guys figure this out, and then just fucking run. Like Venom did it for Green Rabbit. Fucking
community project.
I feel bad for these people taking over the projects. I know Pigwig watches our stream sometime, but it's like I don't understand why you would do that. Like, why would you take? It's a liability. It's not an asset. Why are you? I think they paid for it too. They paid them for Green Rabbit. It's like, why? Like this is a fucking liability from all these people selling false promises.
Like, take on this liability and then be on the hook for the potential crimes you've committed.
Same with Uplift. Like they bought Uplift for like a shit ton of money from M Blue. It's like, why would you want like? I don't know. That shit makes zero sense to me. Same with Graffiti Kings. Graffiti Kings like failed to launch a game and sold like a bajillion things to stake for his game. And they're just like, yeah, I'm out. Do you want this? And like, why are people signing up for that? Like, I don't know. I think what really happens
left M Blue saddled with Uplift and like let him get sued by the people he fucked instead of like bail him out and pay him for it. It's insane.
Yeah, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. My like the way you'd have to ask them. I'm not the fucking person who's on the side. I'm on the side of like let it burn, just let the shit die. Even as someone who invested, like let Uplift die. I spent way too much money on it. I'm okay with my shit go to zero. Like stop wasting your time and effort trying to revive this junk. It's like you're wasting everybody's time.
I have some serious assets in that game, and I just don't feel good about selling them because I know whoever's buying them is getting fucked. And because they're basically
you can't sell it for more than like fucking $1 right now anyway.
And they're worthless. So it's like I don't know. For $1, I'd rather have the asset and have a little souvenir of a time I got, fucked.
Neon City was dope for a hot minute. I had fun building it. We had like a party there. It was looking great. But I think what happens to these people is they invest so much time and money into these projects that they just can't. It's like what is that? The something fallacy where like the more time and you spend into something, the harder it is to just let it go. Like these people that are like taking over, they're like, oh, I was involved like full time as a moderator in this community. Like I've created like friendships, my entire like sunk cost fallacy. That's it. But yeah, it's like people just spend so much time on these things that like they've built like their entire community and like personality is around. It's like people that get into like there's like been a documentary on like people that get into flat earth and then like they don't believe in it anymore, but they're like, everybody I know is like in this community and it's created like a life for me. So I'm just going to kind of go along with it, even though I don't totally believe in it, because I would lose everything in my life, like all these relationships I've built if I just fucking give it up. So I sort of feel like that's what's happening with these NFT projects is like these people chat in rooms, they like make friends. They've spent thousands of dollars themselves and put in like thousands of hours, like several hours every day moderating, like playing the game, loving it. And then they're just like, oh, like I don't want to just let that go. So then they like will get strong armed into bad deals and purchasing things that should be worth nothing. Like they should be paying you to take that junk from them. So that's my guess is what's happening is it's like it's more of an emotional attachment than like a logical business decision. Because like logically it's like why would you buy these like totally like these people not only like made a bunch of false promises, they oversold assets and like completely flooded the market to the point where they have no customers anymore. So it's like, why are you're not acquiring customers, you're not acquiring like a valuable asset. I think Uplift is still running. I left their server because I left all the servers I was rage following. I was rage following a bunch of servers. I'd read them and just get fucking pissed off and sit in my room in anger, and it's just like, who is this for? Like, this is not helping me. I'm never going to play Uplift again, even if they fix their shit. Like, I don't like them. I don't like their team. I think they fucking suck. Same with I left the Green Rabbit server. I left the Wax Arena server. Like, I just went through and I just left all those servers. That is like kind of like following just to be like, fuck these guys. Look at the stupid shit they're doing. They're fucking us over again. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't need that energy in my life.
Yep. Yeah.
We haven't been doing that much on stream anymore. Today
The
is one of the
answer is
saltier streams we've had in a
beyond
while.
question.
And I don't even, the thing about Funkos, I don't even blame them. Like, I think what they're doing is smart
No,
for
it
them.
makes sense.
It ends up sucking for us. Like, this is a bad move for Neon Space, but like, why would Funko make moves for Neon Space? That's not in their best interest. So, unintended consequence. And I don't know. There's a chance they let other NFT collections on the Droppp marketplace.
Yeah, and if they do, then we do have a reasonable track record that should make us like eligible at least to be whitelisted. So
yeah, we've been around for multiple years.
Hopefully, eventually pays off.
We've never rugged anybody. We also do physical VRL collectibles, just like Funko. I feel like we're in the realm of legitimate KYC, KYB, like definitely.
Yeah, we cover every fucking Funko drop too. Like we like Funko. We like the stock.
So I don't know. If they just sat through the first hour of this, we love you, Funko. Hit us up. Put us on your marketplace. We're super positive, upbeat guys. We don't have anything negative to say about any of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. No friction
clip
at
that
all.
and send it to him and tell him not to watch the rest of the stream. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that can be our conclusion about this. We could go for an hour. I don't know how much more there is to say than like Droppp made their own marketplace and makes sense for them. It's kind of bad for the rest of Wax, but like, why should they carry the rest of Wax on their backs? They're doing all the legwork, onboarding customers and making most of the sales. So like, I don't think they really owe us anything as like a community personally.
Wait, hold on. I want to know which Wax DAO honeypot thing was that? Because I got stuck in something, but I got my money out again. Was it like the yield farm for the Wojak token? Yeah, which one is that? Autumn's Toy. I don't know if I never endorsed any honeypots or created any myself.
It's got to be Wax DAO has their own token, and they also have the Wojak token. I feel like it's one of those two.
I did talk about Wax DAO, and Wax DAO is definitely hosting a shit ton of honeypot nonsense, or did end up hosting a bunch of that stuff. So,
I mean, how's their token doing? I haven't looked at it in a while.
The token's
Let's check it out.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I own a ton of that liquidity still. I just support that token because I don't know. I just support people who have legitimate projects.
Wax DAO. Is it a Wax? It says a Wax DAO token. That can't be right though.
It could be Wojak is the name of their token.
They made a new token though.
Oh, and Wax, yeah, just Wax DAO, but I don't think Wax DAO has its own market yet. I think they're eventually going to migrate the Wojak to Wax DAO, but as far as I know, Wojak is still the.
Honestly, it looks like the price is going up of this.
It's done relatively.
Oh no, we're on the wrong way, right? I think it's going down. Why doesn't the fucking chart change when you change the?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what am I even looking at? I guess we can look this way. 1 Wax equals 233. So the price is going down. Because you were getting less Wojak for 1 Wax. Let's look at.
I think they also stopped distributing the Wojak token to like the NFT holders.
Honestly, this is not that like inconsistent price wise.
It's relatively flat. Like I don't know. I still have most of what I put into it.
Yeah, I don't see the Wax DAO token as having a swap.
I was gonna say I don't know that many people have DAI on Wax blockchain. I have like 7 or something in one of my wallets, and that makes me like a top 5 holder.
Oh, die.
Yeah, die.
I misread that as Wax DAO. That makes sense.
Yeah. But they did have like a weird. There is a claim tool for like those old farms where you can actually submit the transactions now. And I'll find it for you and hit you up with it.
Oh, it's because of the weird migration thing. Is that what's going on?
think so,
72% slippage if you try to trade $15. If you trade $15 of dye, you get $4 back. Oof.
Yeah, nobody has dye on wax. I feel like if you look up the dye token on the blockchain, I'm like my wallet is definitely like a top 5 holder, and that includes the bridge and the marketplaces.
Why do the marketplaces hold dye?
I think like definitely like Alcor.swap or whatever has some that probably have more than me. But
Oh, you mean like the exchanges? I thought you meant like Atomichub and NFT in the marketplaces. I was like, why the fuck would they have dye?
right.
Let's see. This person is done taking money out of Brawl. The last transaction was 130 wax through the bridge. And now somebody can go try to trace their shit through Ether DeFi. Good luck. If you missed it earlier, we are looking at it. Somebody sold $25,000 worth of Brawl. It very much looks like an exploit. We do not have a confirmation that was an exploit, but the wallet was created 5 hours ago, and there's like no fucking way it could have gotten that much Brawl within, like, to pull out of the Blockchain Brawlers account. I feel like we should clear the air with an off the rails video. I feel like it got real depressing with wax talk. I don't know. I don't think the sky is falling. I think this is not good news for wax, but like it doesn't affect what we're doing on wax as far as like we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep trying to find our own customers, probably outside of wax instead of relying on NFT collectors through wax. But we're still going to keep making NFTs. We're still going to keep making collectibles, and we've been working hard on our profile picture project. I rendered like 160 songs yesterday. I'm going friggin' hard, so yeah, I don't know. I'm still excited about the future of us on wax, even if this is maybe not the best news for wax in general. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to mention was if you hold a Droppp monster for the first 2 months, you pay 0% marketplace fees, which is like, they're like, oh, we're giving utility to Droppp monsters. It's like, or you're just trying to steal all the fucking volume from Atomichub and they get people used to using your marketplace for when you rug pull this utility. So it depends on if you're acidic. Actually, wait, I was supposed to say nothing bad about Droppp. This is awesome. Thanks for the utility. Droppp does no wrong. Add us to your marketplace. So let's go back to that.
Exactly. Well, I have a Droppp monster if that helps my chances of multiple ones. Yeah. I don't know.
We do play blockchain games. And the bad news for wax is that Funko is making their own marketplace that does not use wax as a token. It uses USDC, which actually I have this video pulled up on one of the watches, so we're not going to quite get off this topic yet. So that means if people want to buy Funkos from the third-party marketplace, they no longer need to buy wax. One of the top purchases of wax for, I'd say, legitimate users, I don't know, like people that are buying and selling NFTs and collecting and playing games. I don't know what the bot farms are doing and like the weird traders and stuff. That's a whole different market than what I'm talking about. But of the users that are playing games and collecting stuff on wax, one of the biggest purchasers of wax was Atomichub partnered with the credit card service. And instead of having to go buy wax on exchange, people will buy wax with the credit card just to buy like Funko NFTs. Funko NFTs are the top sales, probably the top user. If you look at the Banxa wallet, BANXA, that wallet is the credit card service, and it's mostly buying Funko stuff. So if people are able to use a credit card through this new marketplace to buy USDC, to buy Funkos on the aftermarket, they're no longer moving that money through wax. USDC is not distributed on wax. And yeah, it's basically just a bunch of buy pressure that goes away from wax.
Yeah, and because the market itself isn't using the atomic standard to list its listings, anything being listed on the Droppp market isn't going to be purchasable on any other market.
Yeah, you won't be able to buy it with wax. Max was talking about the base chain a minute ago. Let's watch this video, though. I feel like Max will get real off topic if we try to dive into base right now. He's going to tell you about the Matrix market that rug pulled, and he still jumped into. He's like, these people just rug pulled, but you should jump into it because it's a good time. That shit was sketchy.
Hey, I made good money on that shit, yeah. Elite swap right after they rug pulled. Whew, those yields were huge. Like 40,000% APR. They didn't
playing with fire, though. We do think base chain is a legitimate chain, though. And we do think like we like Coinbase and Circle as far as like companies in the the crypto market. I would say like pretty trustworthy, reliable.
Base chain is a great spot for DeFi for sure.
Maybe we can check out Parallel in a bit. Let's check this out first though before we get off of this topic. I just want to see. I don't actually know how USDC in this marketplace works. I guess one thing that might stop people is if you have to KYC to buy USDC with your credit card, people might be less likely to do that if they don't have to KYC on Atomichub. But I don't know. Jury's still out whether or not people would rather just have it all in one spot and are willing to KYC, or if they'll even know Atomichub exists. And like, a year from now when brand new people are finding Funko, how will they find Atomichub if the only thing that is linked is their own marketplace, besides like joining forums and collector communities, which I think a lot of people will, but also a lot of people won't. Like, not everyone's going to be on Discord reading the forums to try to find the hidden marketplace.
Hey everyone, it's Parker from Droppp. In today's video, we're going to talk about USDC and how it plays a vital role in our brand new marketplace. What is USDC? USDC, or USD coin, is a stable coin that is meant to work like a substitute for the US dollar. Currently, Droppp only supports USDC for funding your Droppp balance and making purchases on the marketplace.
It is interesting they didn't include Wax. They're just like, no, we're just not going to do Wax. People are worried that this was like a step towards them leaving Wax, but them still paying the tokenomic fees and then saying they're going to stay on Wax makes me think they're probably going to stick around, but still not the best sign.
Please note that USDC is only supported on the Droppp marketplace. You will still need to use a supported credit or debit card, Apple Pay or Google Pay to purchase packs.
That's the other thing, is their drops will not accept USDC. You have to use credit cards or anyway. So like, if you want to sell stuff and then use that to buy the drops, you're still going to have to change USDC into fiat. Or I guess like a way around this you could do is you could withdraw the USDC to like Coinbase. That's the people helping them do it anyway, because it's Circle. And then you can get a Coinbase debit card and buy stuff with that as a credit card through Coinbase. But I don't know what the fees are going to be with the withdrawal. It might cost you some money to do this still. Let's see.
During a drop or an initial pack sale. To use the Droppp marketplace, you'll need some USDC to buy packs, items, tokens, and everything. The first thing to do to get started is navigate here to your wallet page. Once you're here on the wallet page, you'll need to first verify your identity. Once you've verified your identity, your wallet page will look just like this right here. And more specifically, on the left-hand side here on the wallet page, under the balance section, you'll see my Droppp balance. Just right above that, it shows my verified status. Here's an example of an account that has not gone through identity verification. And just above the Droppp balance, it shows that I'm unverified. So that's the specific difference that you'll notice between unverified and verified.
How fucking long is this? Let's skip a little
So
bit.
you need to KYC just
USDC.
to add money, huh? So I can't like deposit USDC from my crypto wallet, trade the stuff, and then just not ever withdraw. I guess withdrawing I would understand the KYC, but that's crazy. You have to KYC just to deposit.
That's how the mythical one is too. When you're running a legitimate company, like you need to know your customers for taxes and shit. You can't be like,
where your money's coming from.
Especially if you're in America. Like anybody not doing that is like definitely flying by night, not playing by the rules, and the SEC will come after their asses.
We're going to simply click the Add Funds button right here to get started. As you see here, you can deposit.
So it's Ethereum only. That's another fucking check mark against them. It's not going to be cheap to be sending and withdrawing from this address. Ether gas fees. If you want to buy a fucking, if you want to buy like a $2 Funko, you're going to be paying 100% of that or more in the gas fee to get your fucking USDC over there.
Yeah, for real.
So don't know about that as far as like people might still be using Atomichub and then using Banksa. Seems to be the better option, but I don't know. If they added USDC on like a cheaper network, I could see this being like a lot more viable.
Deposit USDC from numerous amounts of external crypto wallets or exchanges. In today's video, we're going to use Coinbase. Once you've logged into Coinbase, which we're going to show you shortly, you can simply copy this USDC deposited to your wallet.
They're explaining this to like people who've never used crypto before. I'm gonna kind of skip through this. Bruh, I know how to withdraw crypto from an exchange.
Here is an address button. Today's video, the deposit note, USDC amounts signed in. And just remember, whatever method you're using, whether it's Coinbase here or another, read up on how to obtain USDC.
So they don't actually sell the USDC directly either. You have to go source your own USDC, which means you'd still probably have to go KYC at an exchange as well. So you're going to have to KYC here just to deposit or withdraw it, and then you're also going to have to go KYC at the exchange to buy it. So I don't know if this is any easier than sourcing wax at this point.
Yeah, not really.
Every exchange is going to be a little bit different. For example, so you'll first need to either connect a bank account or another form of payment.
Yeah, they're explaining how to use an exchange. It seems like not the best deal for their customers, if I'm going to be honest. Why the fuck did they just not use wax or like a stable coin on wax? It would be way less like fees and shit. Like, seems like they're making their customers pay a lot more in fees so that they can get the market fees themselves.
This to USDC.
Yeah.
If you don't see the USD coin here, simply type in USDC. It's going to be a one with.
Okay, that's how you buy it. Let's
how
see what
much
this
the
withdrawal
USDC
fee
is. Charge a fee. And I'm going to click buy now to our Droppp wallet. Simply click on send and receive.
There we go.
You'll notice that it's defaulting to Bitcoin. So we're going to change this asset from Bitcoin to USDC.
Can you send?
And as a
$2
suggestion, we like to say, as a tip or friendly advice, send small amounts first to your destination wallet just to make sure that you've received it properly.
That's actually a pretty good tip.
It's a good practice.
I will say sometimes I just YOLO though, when it's like, I don't want to pay the gas fee twice. But if you're sending a shit ton of money, it's probably safer to do it.
Cheap, dude. ETH has gotten so cheap lately. Like I sent myself some stuff yesterday on my ETH mainnet wallet. It was like 35 cents for like a simple transfer. It's super cheap now.
Before sending large,
35 cents for a $2 transfer is not cheap.
35 cents is too much for $2 for sure. But like I was doing like 1,000 and it was not bad.
All right, let's see what Coinbase's fees are.
Larger amounts. So, following in our suggestion, we're going to simply send 1 USDC to our Droppp wallet. You see that it's 1 USDC. Now we're going to take our Droppp wallet address that we copied earlier and paste that right into there. Now, before I go to the note though, or continue, I want to make sure right here, if you're using Coinbase, you see how it says USDC address. Let's say if I took off one of these digits here, it's going to pull up, it's an invalid.
All right.
Make sure that it does say now onto the say sending to. Now we're on the preview screen before we.
The network fee is free? How does that work? Can you do free withdrawals from Coinbase right now?
Finally send the USDC. You'll see that we're sending $1 or 1 USDC.
That.
Why was the network fee supposed to be $21? What is going on with that? You have to pay $21 to withdraw $1? Doesn't make any sense.
Coinbase charges pretty high fucking fees in my experience.
It says it's free right now. Or I wonder if it's free because they have a partnership. Like if you're sending to addresses owned by Droppp, maybe it's free. That would make this a lot better of an incentive.
To the wallet address that we've copied. It's on the Ethereum network, and the payment will be received in an estimated 10 minutes. We also want to note that the network fee here on screen shows free. This was done during a promotional period with Coinbase. Every exchange has different.
So you would be paying $21 to buy your fucking $2
for that $5. Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Yeah, at this point, I thought this was going to work different. I thought they were going to be able to like issue USDC through their own app if you just KYC'd and paid with a credit card. And I was like, oh, that's going to kick the shit out of having to like go through exchanges and stuff. But if you also have to go KYC at a centralized exchange and also pay a bunch of withdrawal fees, I'm sort of thinking Atomichub still fucking takes the cake here for like being a better user experience.
I agree. Yeah, damn, that's a kind of a crazy roundabout. Like you got KYC multiple places and pay multiple gas fees just to fund your wallet.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The thing is though, like if this is the only thing people see, they might not know Atomichub exists. That's the thing I'm most worried about. Is like
Yeah.
the only way you're finding Atomichub now is by joining communities and asking like, how do you trade this shit without having to do all this shit? But hopefully, like the Funko community is active enough that people are in the forums and people are in the Facebook groups, they're in the Discords, and the community hips them to Atomichub, but still having to deal with exclusively word of mouth promotion versus I think like it used to be like take me to the secondary and it used to take you to Atomichub if you were trying to buy like, but now like it's just gonna all link to their own stuff, so it's gonna be much harder for people to find. So I still think it's bad news, but I do think like from a user perspective, like this is not a better user experience, and I do not think like people that know the other option exists are going to rather do this every single time because this is expensive. $21 every time you want to transfer money into your Funko account.
I mean, that's just Coinbase being fucking greedy. Like I said,
That's
you
who
can
they're
send
suggesting
whack.
though in the video. If people know nothing about crypto, that's who they're going to be going through.
That's true. That's true
Like,
for sure.
this is made for people who literally know nothing. Like if you knew anything, you'd be going through wax.
Network fees. It depends on the day of the week, the time of the day, and potentially any promotional periods that are going on. So be sure. And just like Droppp, successfully sent one USD. All right, so that took about. What you have to do is hover right here.
All right, so I mean we get it.
Okay, I mean, if there's no
Well, I mean,
transaction
I
fee,
mean-
it's not terrible, but you're still KYCing at two separate places.
And having to pay gas fees that are like much worse than wax. So I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
This isn't quite the fucking gonna wreck Atomichub that I thought it was. Why did we watch this video? Because I was like, yeah, if you could just use your credit card to buy USDC through the Droppp wallet and you didn't have to go through all those other hoops, then I was like, that's because you're not dealing with gas fees, you're not dealing with all that stuff. Like you just buy it and then be able to buy the stuff on their market, and like that would have been super user friendly. This is not super user friendly. Like this is multiple steps, basically the same thing as sourcing wax. Like if you can do this, you can source wax. So it's actually like some people are saying like, oh, this is going to teach people how to like use exchanges and source wax and shit. It's like this actually might do that, but yeah, we'll see. Like if people are able to transfer this knowledge into buying wax, that's uncertain if that will actually have like a follow through conversion rate.
Yamster would know. He says Funko sucks at spreading the word to their own community, so I
I
guess
also
the word
think
on the table.
they're gonna need to fucking upgrade their market. Like you can't search by lowest price, you can't search by mint. Like, oh, actually, wait, I think I'm doing this wrong. I think this is one, and then you click it, and then you can search by price, maybe. But you can only buy the lowest listing. You can't even see like what mints exist. I don't know. They're gonna need to upgrade this market. I think if people
No sale history is a big fuck you as well. I love to see like what the transaction history is on assets. Yep, the UI does blow.
But also, this is beta. The UI can always improve.
That's
But
pricey to me, man. You might want to adjust your gas settings in MetaMask. Quite a few of the applications on base chain are not optimized. So when you use site suggested gas prices, you're paying way too much. Like I'm paying between 3 and 7 cents to do shit on base chain. 18 cents is way too much.
damn, there's been a million volume in Brawl through the market.
Yeah.
We were looking at the swap volume. The swap volume is like hundreds of thousands. The market volume is 1.2 milli. Let's take a look at
That's true. Bad UI will turn people off and not try it again. That's true too. That's not a great look. Like I wouldn't launch this shit if it's not ready.
I felt that way about a lot of stuff on Wax. Like so many, especially with games, like a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot. Like when your first user experience is just like total crap, it's like you should have polished this more. And like, I don't know. I get like the community's bitching and want stuff as soon as possible, but like I think there's something about like waiting until you have a finished product before releasing it. I feel like Overwatch 2 did the same thing where Overwatch 2 is like, hey, like check this out. Like half of the game hasn't been, but I don't know. Then they just ended up not developing the other half of the game. So like,
they actually like released some of the PvE stuff, but you have to pay for it individually. And it's like you can like I have the like in-game currency that you could use to buy it apparently, but you can't use that currency to buy the download content, which is like I can use it to buy skins, but not like not the story mode. And I would definitely have spent it on the story mode. So I was a little irritated at that.
All right,
Let's
let's
see,
watch
down to the
Glizbot.
detail. When I'm using a lot of the subchains lately, I like Rabby. I like migrated from. I mean, I still have my MetaMask. Obviously, MetaMask is kind of like the staple for Ethereum-based EVM chains, but Rabby is a really solid user experience for crypto wallets. On it, like basically, it'll change to whatever network you're using or whatever the app needs. So if you jump from like a base chain app over to like an Arbitrum or an Optimism app, it'll automatically swap to Optimism or Arbitrum for you. You don't have to add any of the blockchains. It'll always add tokens that are in your wallet. You don't have to like do the whole contract add shit. And it's a preview for doing a transaction. It has like a simulated transaction route. It'll tell you exactly what you're putting in, what you're putting out, and what the gas fees are. And the gas fees tend to be way cheaper than MetaMask by default. You could look into that. And it works really well with your Ledger and your Trezor and all that stuff too. It's Rabby. It's made by the same team that does DBank. And
Maybe
DBank
put a
is
link in the chat so people can.
Yeah, here,
find it.
I'll link it.
I want to play this Glizbot to give us a little mood refresher. Glizbot, best NPC on TikTok. If you haven't seen the TikTok trend for NPC, it's like when people donate, they can use emojis, and depending on the emoji, they'll have like a different word, or a different movement. And they do the same thing over and over, like an NPC. And this guy's big one is for hot dogs because he's the Glizbot. Did I just click play? What's going on here? I guess I gotta refresh this.
Fucking.
Think of the ice cream. Ice cream, so good. Think of the ice cream. Think of the heart me. I heart you too. Think of the glizzies. 100 glizzies entering glizzy overdrive. Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thinking for over 160 glizzies and doing glizzy overdrive.
God, that's the best NPC on TikTok. Shout out to
Hundreds
Jason.
of thousands of people watch that shit live, I'm sure, and pay this dude to like deep throat imaginary hot dogs.
He makes, I think, like over $1,000 every time he goes live and does that.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even be embarrassed if that was me. And it's like, if someone tries to talk shit, I'll be like, dude, people are paying me to do that. It's not like I go online and I do that for fun. I'm getting paid ass loads of money to fucking do that.
I think it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like trying to explain to someone what your job is. What do you do for a living? Yeah, I'm the Glizinator.
Yeah, I deep throat fake hot dogs.
Got a niche though. Let's see how he's doing. I wonder what his he's got any recent.
Here, I shared a couple links really quick to say what it is. This is the link for the wallet. It's an extension just like MetaMask, but it fucking rocks. And then DBank is like a DeFi tracker. If you like log into that and look at your dashboard for your wallet address, you don't even have to sign anything or log in with your wallet. You can just like look it up with your address. It'll show you all the assets that you have on every different blockchain, not just in the wallet, but also in DeFi protocols. And it's really comprehensive. It's a really, really nice overview of your crypto positions. Check it out. Just had to give a little context to the links I was sharing.
Should we play more off the rails? Should we play a game?
I'd watch another off the rails. Yeah, the cool thing about the Rabby wallet too, by the way, is when you have it installed, it has a little button at the bottom that, because it'll work with any website that you log in, where you just say click login with MetaMask, and it'll just use Rabby instead. And at the bottom of the wallet, you can just toggle it to be like prefer MetaMask, and then it won't launch Rabby, it'll launch MetaMask, and vice versa. You can toggle that on and off. It's really fucking cool. Like, really good job making that wallet, I gotta say. Also, the fact that I can go to my transaction history and see every transaction on every blockchain in one place versus like on MetaMask where you have to like, obviously most of the time you've probably already deleted your transaction history. You can't even see it, but it's definitely limited to whatever chain it's currently set to. That's kind of annoying. So it's a really, really well done overview, like wallet.
All right, exclamation point neon if you want to sign up for this giveaway. Give away some NFTs. Oh, we got a bunch of TwitchCon 23 Sune pins. Priscilla sent me a message with this too. I think there's something else going on with this for maybe a redeemable, but let me read that message. Hello, I just sent over some NFTs to give away to help promote TwitchCon. TwitchCon Las Vegas will be held October 20th to 22nd, and I'll have a space at AA26 in Artist Alley. I'll have limited edition 10 exclusive figures, which will come with free NFTs. TwitchCon gave permission to use the word TwitchCon for both the figures and the NFTs. I will also have a limited edition 90 exclusive enamel pins, which are what these promotional NFTs are modeled after. So if you happen to be going to TwitchCon, check out Valor and Vellum's Sune booth at AA26. And it sounds like she's like officially partnered with TwitchCon. She's able to use TwitchCon on the figure. So that's pretty huge.
That's cool
pretty
as hell.
Huge collab sponsorship.
I love that she asked for permission and didn't just use it too. Fuck yeah, doing it right.
Shout out to her family.
The collection just like fucks. I feel like she's fantastic for wax.
I don't know about the Wax Tools website.
Have you seen this one yet? I haven't seen this yet either. Wax Tools site from Alcor.
It's a .io. Do you have a link? Wax Tools does not come up as a thing on Google. Waxtools.io does not exist. www.
NF.tools.
It might be .com.
Let's see. Check Altor Twitter. Okay. Let's see. Twitter's always Twitter. Yeah. You're gonna get started with Twitter.
Oh, here's a.
Hey-oh. Oh, that's cool.
This is a one of one. That's crazy. I'll give that a like. I like that. All right, let's go to Alcor's Twitter. Are we not following them? We'll follow Alcor.
Yeah, let's see what kind of
personal account. I don't see anything about Wax Tools. Oh, here we go. Waxtools.net.
.net. Ooh.
Immediately, this doesn't look great. That's my first
impression. Okay.
First impression it looks like somebody doesn't know how to build a front end on a website.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a website front end. It looks like a developer front end, but not. I mean, with a name like Wax Tools, that's probably okay.
What is going on here? This is just wax. I feel like this can't be right. How does somebody hold 64% of all the wax?
That could be the staking wallet.
I mean, I'm pretty sure XHey.wham is someone we know. That's like someone that's entered our giveaways. Maybe not. I don't know.
Huh.
It does say 96% is owned by a trade bot. It also says there's 75 token holders. That's just not right.
Yeah,
what is this even looking at?
I don't know.
It also says liquidity in the moment, 2,000 wax. That doesn't seem right either. Like nothing about this seems right. So I don't know if what that tool is looking at, but it seems to be wildly inaccurate as far as the numbers it's giving us. Maybe if we click 1 month. Nope, doesn't change anything.
It's definitely not very clear what we're looking at as far as the metrics here. Huh?
It's kind of cool. It knows trade bots though.
That is definitely cool.
Vote rewards get 73% of the income, and TradeBot gets 26%. Losses, developer rewards. I guess maybe that's developers cashing out of wax. I feel like in theory this is cool. In practice, I don't really know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I also don't understand how they say this wallet has 58,000 wax, which they say is 60% of all the wax, which is just not even close to accurate. Maybe that's in Alcor, but even that can't be accurate. There's way more than 58,000 wax in Alcor.
Way more. Yeah.
Okay, here's an overview. Oh, this is for index token.
Ah.
So this is for a specific token. There we go. Now it's explaining. Like, it didn't even say what it says. Wax here. And it doesn't say they're holding index token. Like, that
Yeah.
could have been a little
I
more
was
apparent, in my opinion. Okay, now that we know what we're looking at, though, so this is the index token price in relation to wax, and this is the index token price in relation to US dollars. So now we know what we're looking at. Let's read about what index is. The index token
Yeah.
serves as an investment index on the wax blockchain aimed at a long-term and minimally risky investments. A key feature of index is that it provides access to various investment avenues. Is this what Wapaka was talking about?
It sounds very similar. What is it comprised of? What's in the index?
Why should it just be Wapaka's fucking token? Key features: risk minimalization. Investments for index are selected with a focus on the reliability and long-term potential. Strategy diversity. The investment portfolio includes a variety of strategies from basic public ones like standard staking to unique approaches such as CPU resource renting for trading bots. Inflation protection. In addition to the potential for profit, index serves as a tool to mitigate inflation-related losses associated with the wax token. Asset-backed. Index is 100% backed by real assets in wax. How it works: by purchasing and holding the index token, you automatically contribute to a range of investment programs. This allows you to not only protect your assets from inflation. Okay, it's pretty much explaining the same shit over and over.
Okay. That's a pretty
Acquisition.
concept. I like that kind of stuff. Although I feel like depending on how the index manages the backing for it, if there's like a rebase or a redistribution function within that contract, those historically get exploited and make the token less secure. So I wonder if it's like indexing something else or if it physically is backed within the index token's contract.
Okay, so this is the investment portfolio. It's almost all in a trade bot. Then they have 2,000 staked wax. What's index liquidity?
Index liquidity is probably the liquidity for their own token.
Oh, okay. So they're not holding any other tokens, is what it sounds like. It sounds almost exactly like what Wapaka was trying to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
70% of the profits go to the growth of index token, 20% is allocated to product development, 7% is distributed among index bank investors, 3% is used for giveaways and airdrops.
Okay.
Minimum deposit for the bank is 100. Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. I guess if you like don't want to manage your own position and want other people to do it for you, I know someone like Max would probably rather just do his own thing because he can probably outpace whatever they're doing.
Yeah, although 80% profitability from their trading bot's pretty solid. Although I think over the last year we're at like 300% doing it manually. So still kicking the shit out of that.
What the hell did I just click on? Swap stats. I do like how broken down the statistics are, but
Yeah, it's definitely very transparent. What I don't necessarily understand is when you deposit into their bank, where are those tokens somehow like when you redeem the index token back for your wax, is the only way to do that through the liquidity pool, or is there like unwrap function that like actually unstakes or withdraws assets from the bot and from the staking and all that stuff?
let's see if that was in the white paper. There's not a lot of information in this. Index bank. Withdrawal conditions. You can withdraw your deposit at any time. However, please know that it'll take 73 hours. So they're staking your...
Okay, I see.
Like, they're not saying that, but they are saying that. Like, if it takes 73 hours, that means they're staking it, and your deposit is being staked for the staking rewards, pretty much.
I see. And there is a liquidity pool for the index token, so I guess you could swap it if it's not enough price impact or whatever. So that could be an interesting way to do it. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah,
so this is basically
really
like
have opinions on
almost
it, to be
like a
honest.
liquid stake token on top of or with like a trade bot and additional revenue built in. And Alcor is definitely the type of like developer that I would like to see behind such a project. So generally, I'd say my sentiment for this is pretty positive. I'm interested, although the way that I would interact with this rather than buying and holding it would probably be buying and supplying liquidity. But, to each their own.
Sending it to Wapaka, see what he has to say about it. I'm like, isn't this your idea? It's so similar to it. I guess that's not quite what he was trying to do.
Yeah, because his thing is, I think, like an arbitrage kind of like approach to this. Which instead of his trade bot, I would say it would be an arbitrage bot. So like most of his token would be arbitraging.
All right, this was sent by our pal Yamster. Thank you for the submission, Yamster. If anybody else wants to submit videos, we like to watch weird, viral, funny videos, or sometimes they're terrifying and horrible. Sometimes they're rage bait. Whatever you think would be fun to watch on stream, as long as, even if it has copyrighted music, you just got to tell me and I'll mute the music. But yeah, hit us up in Discord if you want to submit videos. This one's from Yamster. It says, coming to a command near you, how long until the door comes off? Dispenses soap from a Poland spring bottle and there's no toilet paper. What is this?
Human waste fecal mode activating.
This can't be real.
Oh, nice.
Citizen, please do not shit on the sidewalk. Kindly.
That looks fucking photoshopped, right?
Where's the privacy though? Or do you just sit down and like free ball in the middle of the sidewalk here on this toilet?
This doesn't look like this looks like a toilet Photoshop though. Like that doesn't look like a real to me. Does it look real to you?
They shit inside me. Human waste fecal mode activating. Citizen, please do not shit on the sidewalk. Kindly shit inside me.
That's
I don't
pretty
think
hilarious.
that's real, personally. It's funny though.
Does it like show up to people who are actively about to poop on the sidewalk?
Yes, it's amazing how many people think this is real. I feel like
Future concept.
public restroom bots wouldn't be the worst idea.
I don't know. I think in like in Amsterdam, for example, there's so many just like public bathrooms. Mostly they're not like shitters though. They're like urinals, but they're like everywhere.
They have the fucking
It's
some of
not
the places have like those, like New York and stuff. I think have like pay to use bathrooms in public.
The pay to use thing is kind of fucked though, because then the paywall is gonna make people who can't afford it or who don't want to spend money.
Oh, that's 100% to keep homeless people out of it. Like that's
Yeah.
being used to exclude the unhoused, so people will pay for it because people don't want to share bathrooms with unhoused people.
That's kind of fucked up. I don't know. Homeless people got a shit too.
Homeless people got a shit too. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
We got one
It's not
sent
like
by Mark.
you walk into like a business if you're like
Right in.
completely less and look at. All right, let's see.
Mark's been on a kick for this. Like, he sent us a
Yeah,
bunch of these
like
for
a
this like weird indie game show, improv show. Let's see if this one's good. It says Sauron, but it's Donald Trump.
Sauron,
Stop.
but it's Donald Trump.
Look, these people are tiny little freaks, okay? They don't wear shoes. They're smoking crack, perhaps they live in holes in the ground, people. Hey, you see a round door with a knob in the middle. Where does it go to the side? How does the knob in the middle of the door open the door? Folks, we're going to have a beautiful all black tower choke the world in smoke, okay? We're going to have Balrogs. Every orc in Mordor is going to have a Balrog protecting you, okay? And these people, and they say Denethor, by the way, people don't know this, not a real king, not the real king of Gondor.
Make Isengard great again!
Yes, we're going to make Middle-earth great again. Folks, listen, people don't understand. I'll tell you this right now. If you ever see Denethor, and I call him Little Tomato, because if you ever see this guy eat tomatoes, what a freak. What a freaky guy.
That was okay. I feel like that guy's impression wasn't that great, to be honest. I've seen better Donald Trump impressions.
Ooh, let me look up this Waxblocks.io token. I'm gonna have to type this in and see if I can get it.
wonder if Mark actually watches that show or if that show just shows up on his feed.
I feel like it probably shows up.
I feel like that show isn't that good, based on what I've seen so far. They had that Shakespeare joke I didn't understand, and maybe I'm being a dick. Maybe I hang out too much improv people, but I feel like that's not the best Donald Trump impression I've seen, or even close to it. So I'm gonna say that's a smash or pass. I'm passing on that one. Okay, who sent this one? This I think is from Yamster. Thank you, Yamster. My daughter asked if she could have a cat. Is he just gonna like smack shit on the floor? I feel like it. That's a good meow.
That's wow.
Cats totally do that shit. I wonder why cats fucking smack shit on the ground like that.
I feel like just because like they're evil.
I wonder if there's like some sort of instinctual thing though. I feel like it totally is just to assert dominance. They're just like, yeah, this is my fucking house, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? And they push it off the table. I like cats though. Kind of miss not having a cat. Although litter boxes in our apartment was not ideal. I feel like you need a bigger space than we live in to have a fucking litter box not ruin it. I like that one though. Thank you, Yamster. That was a fun one. That guy's meow was insane. Like to the point where I'm like, was that a sample or did he actually meow like that? This is another one from Yamster. Man in his underwear protects his family from Seattle robbers 3 times in 1 week. Hot damn. Seattle's going fucking crazy.
Audio on the surveillance cameras. Let's listen in.
Put down! Put down now! What the fuck is it down?
It's actually them trying to steal a catalytic.
If he came out fucking naked, that shit's a naked man with a gun's way scarier than a clothed man with a gun. You don't want to fuck with someone coming at you naked.
Converter. Let's listen.
Yeah! What are you doing? Come on, fucker!
That guy's
this is all on the same day?
3 times in 1 week, but it's the same guy defending his house. Where the fuck does he live that people... I wonder if it's the same people try to rob him every time, too. Like, you should go fuck with somebody else. This guy's a lunatic. I like this comment says, hearing a gun's cock is scary, but hearing a person you're robbing going, haha, yeah, is arguably way scarier. I agree. That guy fucking, like, laughing manically while chasing them with a bat. Like, don't fuck with that guy. That guy is going to fuck you up. Okay, here's number 3.
Damn.
Oh my god, and he blocks him in the car.
Dude, he's into it.
Get the fuck out! Go on! What do you mean, what the fuck? You're trying to run the mic!
Jesus Christ, Seattle's fucking goddamn.
Have audio.
What a fucking... That guy's crazy. But also...
sort of what
robbed. You deserve if you're trying to rob a man.
Sure.
That guy does seem to kind of enjoy that in a weird way. Like, he's fucking going fucking balls to the wall. Dude should come out in a Michael Myers costume and a knife. I feel like he's almost scarier as is, but yeah, that would be pretty funny for us as viewers if he came out as Michael Myers. I also like how he's fucking like bashing their windows in and shit. He's like, yeah, if you come back here, I will fuck your car up and cost you money. Good deterrent. That guy knows how to... I would say he knows how to deter criminals, but 3 times in 1 week seems fucking like he's not really deterring people.
Right.
At that point, he's just like
then
not have a bike, I guess. Like people keep trying to steal his bike. But fuck, I didn't know Seattle's that bad for crime. Like you can't own a motorcycle or people will just try to steal it multiple times in a week.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotten worse.
I know like the unhoused situation has gotten a lot worse since I left. I remember going back and be like, I don't remember this many homeless people in Seattle, but like just walking the street last time I went back with my parents is like there's a lot of homeless people here now.
Yeah.
Cost of living's probably going up, which doesn't help. All right, let's do a giveaway. Sail away, giveaway, giveaway. Last call, exclamation point neon if you want to join this giveaway. Yeah, I know San Francisco's out of fucking control as far as like crime, property damage and stuff. We're breaking your window and stealing shit out of your car at like stop signs. Not even stop signs, at like yield signs. San Francisco's always been notoriously bad though. I feel like Seattle didn't really have like, at least when we lived there, the reputation of being like a super crime-ridden city, but it's just sketch.
Right.
All right, let's do this giveaway. It's too bad. Don't like to see my home city. Well, crime-ridden. We need a fucking Batman. There was that like superhero for a while in fucking Seattle. I feel like we already went through this at one point on stream. There's like, he's like the guy that Super is based off of, that movie where a guy like pretends to be a superhero. And he ended up like getting caught for possessing and selling drugs, even though he was like trying to crack down on crime. He's really just taking out the competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that after this since it just popped in my head. I watched like a whole like hour and a half long YouTube documentary about it, and it's pretty fucking wild. He like created a whole group of like people that were trying to fight crime in Seattle. Then I think they like fucked up a criminal too badly, and like the cops were like, "You gotta stop doing this. Like, you can't just fucking take the law into your own hands." Autumn's Toys, congrats, winning that Sune pin.
All right,
if you happen to be in Vegas, just stop by Priscilla's fucking stand.
This is the correct token contract. So yes, it is index, and then the issuer or the wallet that mints it is stable tokens. So, yep, you found it. Just wanted to make sure that that's actually it.
Sign this.
Checking behind the scenes here.
Sign this transaction. What do they call him? Vigilante superhero? Vigilante super. Of course, I've already searched this before. Phoenix Jones, that was his name.
That's right.
Phoenix Jones is an American real-life superhero, initially wearing a ski mask to intervene in public assault. Fodor later developed a full costume and adopted Phoenix Jones as a pseudonym. From 2011 until 2014, Jones was the leader of the Rain City superhero movement, a Seattle, Washington-based citizen patrol group that described itself as a crime prevention brigade. So we need him back. Come back, guy. We need you in Seattle. Jones says the best way to prevent getting mistaken for a criminal by the police was to wear a super suit. Although local police have expressed concern that strange costumes may lead to emergency calls from citizens who mistake superheroes for criminals, Jones says that all members of the Rain City superhero movement have a military or mixed martial arts background. I swear he was like arrested for drug possession though. Let's see if we can get that.
I heard something like that, but maybe
arrest record. Here we go. On October 2011, Jones was arrested for assault. Okay, yeah, that one I know about, but this is the one. On January 9th, 2020, Jones was arrested for allegedly selling MDMA to an undercover police officer. At the time of his arrest, police alleged that he and his accomplice, who were arrested in possession of about 4 grams of cocaine. So yeah, I don't know.
4 grams.
He went from like fighting crime to doing crime.
4 grams is a good amount of coke, but that's also not like necessarily dealer amounts of
That's
coke.
not what he was arrested for selling. He was arrested for selling MDMA. They said he just also happened to have 4 grams of coke on him at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah, that just sounds like a personal amount of coke. Although that's still like $500 worth of coke.
Also, still a crime. That's why they tack it on and talk about it. But yeah, he was a mixed martial arts fighter before he became like a. I also think like he turned to crime because he was making money somehow as like a superhero. Like I think people are like donating to him, or like he's like living off of that somehow. And then like I think he fucking like fell into hard times and ended up having to sell drugs.
It's because he took all the criminals off the street and he knew where the opportunity was. He's like, there's a vacuum here I can capitalize.
There's the long game just to fucking take out all the competition.
I just think it's so fucking weird that people still like sell drugs to each other in person. Like, how the fuck do you get busted by an undercover cop? Like, why aren't you buying your shit on the internet?
I mean, not everybody knows how to do that. All right, this is another one from Yamster. It says, "Look what's in the water." It's people pushing like a giant fucking ice brick into water.
Yeah. Oh shit! It's like a snowball.
You jump.
Jeez.
You jump.
Fuck?
That got me.
It's okay. It's okay. Happened to me too. Go ahead. It's all right, man. Calm down. The baseball really didn't hit you in the face. It's okay. Got you.
That one got me too. That was a good one. You got me.
Although now I still want to see the fucking end of that video. How big was the splash?
It was definitely a splash. Got him. All right, this is another one from Yamster. Yamster's providing all the fucking hits this week. Oh shit.
Hand glued to road. I don't know. Maybe don't glue your hand to the road.
This says, gotta get the sound on. Climate activist screams in pain after workers remove hand glued to road.
Ich bin nicht mal an seinem Finger und das macht er mit Absicht, um aufmerksam zu machen. Überhaupt keine Scheiße. Ja, aber das kann schon passieren. Ihr tut es zum Beispiel auch. Also da ist halt spannend.
Are you getting that shit out?
Ich bin nicht mal an seinem Finger und das macht er mit Absicht, um aufmerksam zu machen. Überhaupt keine Scheiße. Gucken Sie mal Ihren Kollegen. Ja, aber das kann schon passieren.
So he says screaming in German makes it so much better.
Speaking German, the guy's just like, yeah, he stuck his fucking finger to the ground, but he did that shit intentionally, is what the guy turning to the camera says. Which is like, yeah, he did. It's his own fucking fault. I don't understand, why are climate activists like targeting, like everyday people going to work and like blocking traffic in that way? You know that there's like, I don't know, or like throwing like paint onto like museum pictures and shit. It's just like, it's a good way to get people mad and to like get people not to support your cause when you do stupid shit like that. I mean, why not go like to the oil refinery and like block the trucks from coming and going or something like that? That's a little bit more on the nose, and I feel like less people would be upset about that.
Because these people wanted to get fucking their hand hammered by construction workers.
I guess, dude. I don't know. I honestly feel like some of those climate activists like stop oil like campaigns that they do, some of that shit honestly feels like false flag campaigns that are like funded by the oil industry to make people hate climate activists. Because like when I see videos like that where they're like blocking traffic for people, it's just like, fuck these people.
Why would you glue your hand? Like, that's just gonna fuck you up. Like, that's just bad idea in general. Like, it's pretty dumb.
Okay, if it's on a road to an oil facility, that's fine, but why not just do it on the fucking property of the oil facility? I mean, you're literally breaking the law anyway. Why not add trespassing to the list? I don't know. I just don't like it when it like interferes with like everyday people's like, lives and like makes people who are already working shitty jobs late to work and stuff like that. It's just like, I don't know. There's also, that there's like emergencies that happen that require the use of public roads. Blocking public roads is not an effective way to protest, at least not in my book. But I don't know. I guess it gets a lot of attention, and that is the point. So
we're talking about it.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
All right. This was also sent from the Yam Man. Ooh, Monday Night Football starts soon too. Fuck, I'm gonna have to render music while watching Monday Night Football.
This guy showed up to a job interview.
He says this is a real job interview.
Hello. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Look at her reaction.
Her face is great.
Do you not have any more clothing to have on, sir?
Oh no, I'm not, sir.
Okay, it threw me off with the beard.
Oh, no worries. Oh my gosh, I'm not Janet at the Super Bowl right now, am I?
Say that again?
I feel like this guy's definitely trolling, right?
I mean, yeah, I feel like this is like a TikTok trend or something, right?
Just I'm not Janet at the Super Bowl right now, am I? I'm trying to keep the puppies in the kennel.
I wasn't familiar with that term.
She's actually being super professional about this.
She sure is.
Oh, no worries. Just let me know if I'm Janet at the Super Bowl.
Janet at the Super Bowl. That's
You're
what
not staring at my right now.
referring to
Yeah,
Janet Jackson's nip slip like 15 years ago.
Nip slip with Justin Timberlake. I remember
Hot
that shit.
fucking. That's a hot reference to Droppp, like
Yeah,
a 10-year-old.
This guy's doing some real topical, modern, relevant comedy. Or this lady, I guess, if that's how they identify.
How are you?
Sir.
Oh, I'm not a sir.
I am really not in the mood for this today.
Oh, yeah, please don't
If
call
you're
me sir.
serious about this position, please apply to our jobs at .com, okay?
I am serious. I just saw you staring at my or whatever. It's just kind of hard to tell from my angle. It looked like you were looking at my because you were looking at the screen, so you could be looking anywhere. I just wanted to make sure because it looked like you were staring at my.
All right.
I mean,
that woman was having none of it. She's just like, you're fucking wasting my time, bro.
She was very professional about it. She was just like, don't waste my time. But I don't know. That's funny. I feel like that's kind of a victimless prank that I can get behind.
Yeah, she's getting paid either way.
Also, I don't know. I guess you could argue that he's wasting her time, but let's be real, dude. Interviewing people waste your time so fucking much if you're out interviewing for jobs. It's kind of nice to see it go the other way every now and then.
I feel like that did make her look good. Hampshire saying good thing she was nice. She was being recorded. I also wonder if he must not live in like a two-party consent state because there's no way that person's like consenting to letting you post that shit on the internet. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
Certain states you don't. It's a one-party consent state for recording, so you can record that sort of shit without saying it that you're recording the conversation. Not in California. We have two-party consent here, which is why you can't film on the streets. All right, this is from Barstool Sports, posted by Eric Yo. Shout out Eric. It says this wasp wouldn't leave me alone. I hate wasps. Wasps are like bees, but they're fucking useless. They don't even make honey.
They're like bees, but they can sting more than once.
Damn, it is really still though.
Lick that thing out of the air. Dude, that got me more than the baseball.
That one didn't get me.
That one came right at you.
Did you see the social media troller who got shot? I did not. The person who shot them got acquitted of me.
Dude, that guy got shot right quick. I was rooting for the guy shooting him too. I was just like, fuck this dude. I feel like enough people were that he didn't even get like booked with attempted murder or assault or anything. It was like
the vigilante pedophile hunter. Is that what we're talking about?
No. It was like some YouTube pranker who like holds a phone in the guy's face. That's like, stop thinking about my twinkle.
Well, that's what it says. Bupak Shapoor.
Maybe.
Who used social media to try to catch pedophiles.
Give him a whole lot of warning. He tells him to fuck off, and then like 10 seconds later, he just shoots him. It is very satisfying to see though, because fuck all those pranksters, where the prank is just like
September 29th. Here we go.
It's like, I don't know. It's not really a prank. I don't get
Video
the
played in
prank.
court shows an encounter between a YouTube prankster and the food delivery driver who shot him inside a Virginia mall. Inside a mall, though, that's pretty fucking.
Yeah, that's what he got in trouble for, because he disarmed a firearm, like discharged a firearm in a public like building or something. Not for like actually shooting the guy, because that kind of flies as self-defense, which is hilarious.
He's fucking open carrying in a mall, though. That's fucking wild.
Back now at 5:30 with dramatic, very close up and very clear video that shows everything leading up to the shooting of a YouTube prankster.
Bet that guy's gonna stop his prank.
I hate that they call this guy a
Inside Dulles Town Center Mall last year.
Yeah, the trial this week. People court this with a shooting center mall played out. We.
Quit thinking about my twinkle. What's that mean? Quit thinking about my. What? Quit thinking about my twinkle. What's that mean? Quit thinking about my twinkle. No. Quit thinking about my twinkle. Get out of my face and walk outside. Stop.
Get out of my face. Yep. Now you should leave.
Stop.
And
Jesus,
he gave him a chance to leave. The guy didn't leave. I don't know.
20 seconds. It was 20
Just
seconds
a little
from the
bit
moment Cook approached Coley.
That's pretty wild. I can't believe he had a gun ready so fast. Like, was that already in his hand? Like, the most surprising thing about that to me is like,
that's also a good reason why you don't fuck with strangers.
yeah, I'm also not for like the whole thing about like prank shows is like if you do it correctly, the joke should always be on you and not the person you're pranking. That's what like practical jokers always say. They're like we are the ones that look like idiots. Like we make ourselves look fucking awful and embarrass ourselves. We never try to embarrass other people. And that looked like they're trying to like I don't know, make him look bad.
His objective is to like I don't know, irritate and harass the guy until he gets
also
shot.
looked pretty threatening. Like I didn't know that was a like from watching that, I would know it was a prank. It seemed like he's just fucking harassing that guy.
Not a prank. He's just harassing the guy. That's the thing. There's a lot of that like in the like pranking lane of like the internet where it's just like the prank is to like get a rise out of some stranger. And the getting a rise is
you just go to faking his pranks like everybody else on Facebook. That's how you get more views anyway.
Yeah, just fake your prank, exactly. At least everyone's in on it at that point. But
it's also like 90% of the prank content on the internet is faked and it gets a shit ton of views.
Like the harassing YouTuber was interviewed and he was just like, yeah, I'm going to keep making content like this. When they ask him, like, you can keep doing this now? And he's just like, you know. I was just like, God, dude, maybe next time you get shot in the face. Like, not that I advocate for gun violence or anything, but like, I don't know. That's self-defense in my book. He told the guy to fuck off. He pushed him out of his face. He backed up on his own. The guy kept coming, kept fucking like getting in his space, getting in his face. Like, I don't care.
Things, like, read the room. If you're like clearly upsetting someone with a prank, like, don't just keep pushing. Like,
yeah, he fucking like told him to fuck off. That's it. Like at that point, any additional advances is absolutely harassing, and like he's getting in his face. He's getting pretty physical. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't say that like he's threatening his life or that deadly force is justified, but the guy also very clearly shoots pretty fucking low. He's not like, you know, looking to kill the dude either. He's just trying to get the fuck out of there. And as far as I saw, the charges that he got like hit with had nothing to do with like assault or attempted murder or anything. It literally was like reckless use of a firearm in a public place or some shit like that, where it's like the problem wasn't that he shot the pranker, it's that he used unloaded a firearm inside of a mall, which is like, yep, that tracks.
All right, before we wrap the stream, I'm going to do one round of STG. We have a Crittercraft giveaway going in the background, ! Neon if you want to join. Before I watch Monday Night Football and render music, my quarterback's playing tonight from Fantasy, Justin Fields. He had a career best week last week and still fucking lost. That's how bad the Bears are. He scored 4 touchdowns, still couldn't fucking win. He also fumbled and threw an interception, so his career best game is like not that great of a game. But I'm hoping Justin Fields is back in action and he plays well this week. My other fucking quarterback was benched last week, Mac Jones. He fucking sucked balls. So quarterback situation not looking so hot, but I'm excited for football to be starting again. Oh, we also have a team meeting. I forgot about that. Got a team meeting after this. We got to talk about our profile pictures. And then I also have to render a bunch of profile pictures. Got a lot of shit going on tonight. Yamster's in the league. I'm not sure how you're doing, Yamster. I think you lost last week. I got lucky last week. My opponent did really poor. Only scored like 70 points and won or something. Let's look at the Neon League. Who is Yamster playing this week? Yamster is playing Burst of Energy. Oh, my game's starting. 51 is not great. Is my mic muted? I'm not just openly talking shit to these guys.
Denzel Ward.
51s means these guys are brand new and haven't like unlocked anything. You get like rank 70 cards pretty quick if you played this game before. And this game's kind of tough to get the hang of, so when people are brand new, they're generally just like very bad.
Rusher. Here's today's matchup.
Luckily, we were playing against some other new people too, so this shouldn't be that bad.
time for STG football.
When you play and the other team ends up having like 140 cards and you have like 51s on your team, you're just like, oh, this is going to be a brutal game.
Set. Hike. Down he
Well,
goes.
they immediately got stacked. That's a good start from my team.
Block the action here.
Probably have to hit up Mark and tell him what time we're meeting. I don't know if I ever did. I think 6 p.m. is what we said, right?
Yeah, I hope earlier is better. I think because Paul has a thing he has to go to like 6 something.
Tannehill.
I'm around. Oh my god, I'm terrible.
Ward. 41-yard gain.
I think Mark said after 5, so we got to get back sooner.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good at 5.
TD also said he can't meet until later. He has some sort of seminar or something he's going to.
Set.
Let me check.
Tannehill.
What
Evans.
is going on with our defense? Anyways? Can you DM Mark while I'm playing this game?
Second down.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we'll call the stream. We got a team meeting to do after this. Do one more Grubfish giveaway. Then tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have some news about our PFP, like the drop schedule.
Harris. That's a gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, we're getting rolling pretty
Third
good
and
now.
goal.
Oh, we already have someone quit on our team. That was fast. It's honestly good. The people that are 51 are like more of a... The computer is better than having like the brand new people on your team. Computers are at least predictable.
Run. The ball is free. Turnover.
Let's go. We got the ball back. And half of our team already quit.
Justin Herbert. Jamar Chase.
Honestly, I like our odds. The only people that like know how to play this game are still on the team.
Here's today's matchup.
None of their team quit. I feel like they might after this possession. We're about to stomp these fools.
First down.
I'm also just doing this for fun. They already unlocked like the end of season thing I'm trying to do. If you are interested in this game, this is an NFT blockchain game. And the new season starts
He throws it. Chase.
tomorrow or Friday.
He's got the first down.
Tomorrow is Friday.
That's the quarter.
I think Friday or Saturday, the new season starts. And for free, you can grind out packs, NFT packs, and you can consistently sell the packs for about like $6.50, or you can use them to get NFTs. So you can for free.
Herbert.
Oh shit! I
Pass
missed
is
it.
incomplete.
Grind out some stuff, and the best time to start is at the beginning of the season because it's like a battle pass, and the faster you start, the more likely you are to get to the end of the season. So if anyone wants to try to play this with me, it's 4-player. It's on Epic Games.
Herbert. Chase.
Like I took way too
Gain
long.
of 5 on the play.
It's okay, bud.
Third
We
and
got
long.
this. Turn and burn. I'm going to do a throw-off route. I'm going to make him think I'm going in the center and then turn right.
Herbert. He makes
Let's
the
go.
house.
Your boy can run routes. They read my route, and then I made them think it was a fake route, and then just got to it. No big deal, but I was ranked top 30 in the world in this game in the last ranked event. Kind of a big deal.
He passes it.
Interception. Let's fucking go.
Evans.
And this is how you make people quit. By stomping them so hard. If we score again, I might start going easy on them, so they don't just like quit the game. Wonder if we should just not go to my dot and go to the left, the right one.
Herbert.
Oh, I almost made it there. That sketch.
Second down.
I'm gas. I'm going to switch to flex. So the reason why it's good to have people quit is you can play with multiple characters.
Herbert.
Oh, you got it anyway.
That makes it a 2-2.
Pro tip in this game, you don't want to throw to people who have no energy, because if you have no energy, you can't do a super catch. And also, if they tackle you when you're low energy, you fumble more likely if they do a power tackle. So like when your guy's gassed and he has red for energy, you want to throw to a different player, or you're more likely to turn over.
Pick up a 4 yards on the play.
These people aren't very good though, so they didn't stop that. But that could have much more easily been an interception and a turnover.
Go. Passes it.
All right, Mark said he'll be around in like 20 minutes. So.
He's got the first
Perfect.
down.
This game should be over by then. And I got to get to Render City. I got to render a shit ton of fucking songs today.
Ready.
Man. I've been trading like a madman this last week. I'm up just net, like total of all the money I'm trading with. I'm up 25.8% in a week.
That's pretty good.
Second and long.
Pretty good.
Timeout.
My money in a month.
Second and long.
I'm using DYDX, and I gotta say, of all the like future perpetual contract markets, DYDX fucks the hardest by like an enormous margin.
Tannehill.
Passes like Ethereum. That shit's on Ethereum. Ethereum mainnet.
Third and long.
It's also fucking free. No gas, nothing.
Third and long.
Literally, I've never paid any gas fees to use it. And the kickback program.
He passes.
Oh no! You can do everything with a V2 transaction. You just sign like a verified transaction, and then you can basically give it permission to take shit out of your wallet.
They're going for it. Set. Hike. He throws it. No good.
Oh.
That's the half.
All right, we got this. Since we're in a rush, I'm not going to be nice and let these people score. I might just try to mercy roll them. If you get 21 points, the game ends when they have 0.
We got 20. You got 20 minutes before Mark's ready to jump in.
Yeah, I also want to like eat.
Paul's also wrapping up something. That's true. We want to eat. I got to get ready.
Oh my god, that's super sketch.
Gain of 38.
That was such a bad time to throw. This guy's just throwing it to me every play, regardless if I'm open or not. It's just every time the ball is coming to me, which is also not a good strategy in this game because they can super predict where the ball is coming.
Well, I mean, it's working so far.
It is, but it's not a good game strategy.
He throws
Look, I'm triple covered.
You have 3 dudes on you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have thrown to anybody else they're open, but like, this guy's...
You're all wide open. He's like, nah, man. He knows you can handle it.
I mean, it is working, but like right now I'm Oh, actually I'm not gassed. I can probably get this.
Herbert.
Oh my god. They're totally all over you. It doesn't matter at all.
I'm pretty good at running routes like there. I didn't just stand on my dot, because if you stand on the dot, they know where it is when he throws it. So I ran left to make him 3 as going to a different route, and then they all got off the dot so I could run back to it. Which is also like has to do with timing with the quarterback. And this guy seems to be a newer player, so he's kind of just like waiting for me to be on the dot to throw it. You want to throw it when I'm not on the dot, so I can get to the dot, and that's how you make big plays.
Yeah.
But the people we're playing against are so bad.
Tannehill. He reels it in. Pick up 33.
This is funny. On Tuesday when I was doing the tech talk, I talked about the launch of like that OVN token, and on Tuesday you could buy it for $17. Today it's $21.
Ward.
What is it? OVN.
Not only is it, OVN, overnight finance tokens. It's up like, what is that, like 25% or something, and the liquidity pool pays 3,000% APY.
Tannehill. The pass is tipped.
Ooh, I almost picked it.
Can't make the catch.
I'm also like getting fucking farming rewards out the ass.
Do you see that Alcor announced they're doing farming rewards?
Oh, they announced it finally? Yeah, I knew they were gonna, but I didn't see the announcement. Let me check Twitter.
The pass is deflected. Pass incomplete.
How did I not pick that?
Farming arriving at your favorite blockchain very soon. Oh, I see the announcement. Are you ready? Tag your favorite project.
I say who said that, but what's
I'm gonna tag my favorite.
Going the other way.
Game over. Mercy roll 21-0. Take the dub.
Project Neon Space NFT. Hey, if that's the case, I feel like let's get serious about migrating our liquidity off of DeFi Box and back over to Alcor.
Should we put up a vote on?
Yeah,
just
I'm
do
way
it?
happier with the way Alcor is developing on Wax, and DeFi
I don't
Box
like
is
Box
just,
at all either. Box sucks.
Box can go like fuck themselves.
You can go kick racks.
Yeah. If that's what the rest of the community wants to vote for, I would 100% move my liquidity, and I own like 60-70% of that pool. And then I'll also target my liquidity, so I'll probably not go to all the way to zero. I'll just put it there to like, I don't know, 50 cents or something, because I know how, Neon tokens aren't free and they don't get distributed for free. So, you have to buy the NFTs at some point. So I imagine maybe I'll put it to like 25 cents. Either way, it'll give us a lot more liquidity depth in range and make it a lot easier to trade those tokens. Although they are pretty liquid.
Stops. I still have liquidity on Alcor at unlimited range, I think.
Yeah, I do too on my Max Collected wallet, but I think my yield farming wallet, I have most of the DeFi Box liquidity. Something like 4,000 or 5,000 wax worth. It's a pretty decent chunk.
Well, should we just make the DAO thing now then?
I guess, yeah. Right? Yeah, let's make it and be like, hey, with Alcor just announcing that they're gonna include incentives soon, like, should we move our liquidity back to Alcor, who clearly is developing on Wax?
How do I look at my DAO? Very good. It's not DAO creator.
I think if you click on your wallet in the top right, is it like under inventory there somewhere? Okay, there it is.
New proposal.
Migrate liquidity.
Neon liquidity migration. Should we migrate our liquidity, our Neon token liquidity from...
I'm compelled to vote on this, but I feel like that's pretty unfair, so I'll let the community vote.
Box to
Alcor.
DX that is being more actively developed on Wax.
Oh, right, and then give the options between Alcor and Taco, and I guess staying on.
Oh shit! I don't want to submit.
Because I guess if people love Taco, we can move to Taco. Fuck. I don't hate
Choice is
Taco.
1. Migrate to Alcor exchange. Migrate to Taco swap. Stay on DeFi Box.
That's a pretty good way to word it. We're not really biasing people and saying what we want. Although, I mean, I've been saying it on stream pretty actively, but that's okay. I definitely like Alcor, but I do think Taco Swap would be an option as well. Taco Swap's pretty cool. Although Taco is a V2 liquidity setup, not a V3. I really like V3. Plus, it would make it possible for people to farm much more aggressively our like yield farming rewards, which I actually have to send out.
I think we have to end this other proposal too.
Oh yeah, what's the other one?
We ever finalize this? Oh, it is finalized. I forgot to put this down. If you voted on the last DAO proposal, you might. I'll put that in our announcement. All right, so the proposal is live. I'll put the link in the chat. Got Grubfish up. We'll do one last giveaway and then call it a stream. We got some work to do tonight. If anyone wants to join our Discord and hang out, I'll be around. Oh, weird. Did I spell it wrong? I think, what is that website? It's Streamlabs, right? Sometimes the bot gets turned off for no reason.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, I got some work to do too. I'm gonna see Paul's show and then go fucking dive into making some of these. Like, we're almost ready to like split up our workflow. Right now, we just got to finish colorizing all the traits, and then it's time to mix and match and output like madmen.
CloudBot. Activate the CloudBot. There it is.
I did the math yesterday on the how many traits Paul and I have without adding color and without adding marquee, and just based on mixing and matching all of those traits, you could make like 60,000 different NFTs.
Yeah, you only need I think 8 or something, like 8 times 4 traits or something to make 10,000.
Yeah, it's like we could make 60,000 with 5 layers, 600,000 with 5 layers, which I was like, cool. That means that we can actually focus on making the cool ones and not have a bunch of trash. Although I 100% am making a couple trash ones, like the bald no nothing guy. And I don't know, you haven't seen some of the fucking stupid ones, but like there's like a cat in the hat like guy. He looks fucking terrifying. Like I don't like it at all, but I don't know, it's really good. I do like some of that fucking absurdity. Let's see, the cat in the hat one is pretty wild. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that I thought were good. There's one that's like me and one that's you. I really like those. And then there is a chef, but it doesn't really look like Mark. But that's okay. Mark already has the narc picture. But I definitely want the one that's me.
Let me post.
I also feel like the Maxi logo t-shirt looks cool as shit. It makes me want one like that.
I still haven't seen most of the traits. I've only seen like that demo you guys put out.
There's quite a few, and like that, all those traits are don't include like the different colors or anything. Marcy, chill. Like for example, there's like a suit of armor for a knight, and like Paul and I were talking. Okay, for the suit of armor, you can have like a white, a gold, and a silver one. So it's like there's like the gold knight, and that would be obviously way fewer of the gold ones than the silver, and then the white would be like a more common version of that suit of armor. But even then, it'd be like the suit of armor is only 2 traits. It's like the clothing is the armor clothing, and then the eyes, head, and everything else is the helmet. So it's like that one there can only really be like 9 variants of.
If this vote passes, have you sent any neon LP rewards lately?
I am sending. I have sent some like 2 weeks ago, but I need to send again for like the last 2 weeks.
We just need to do it before we migrate, so people that are in there get their fair share.
I'll definitely do that. I'll do that right now. Actually, let's send it.
Also, our Fame Condensed sticker should hopefully be showing up soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think I approved that thing like when I was 6 still, so it should be en route.
All right, let's do this. Grubfish. Last call, exclamation point neon if you want to join.
Let's see. I don't think it recorded on the proposal. It should be per NFT. Yeah, it should be 22 votes if you voted. Mocha Twitcher. It might. I wonder if you need to. Do you need to release your previous votes before voting on a new one? Is that potentially what's going on?
I don't know.
Although it shouldn't, because it's a different proposal number. Like, so you should be able to vote on multiple ones without releasing anything.
Maybe we can hit a mic. It's not working.
Yeah,
can you hit us up on Discord?
Yeah, I'll troubleshoot what's going on there in a second.
Can you send us that? Because I didn't change any of the settings, and our settings are the change for all of our votes, so it shouldn't. Like, if there's an error, I think it's on the Wax DAO side, not our side. So, if you wouldn't mind posting that in our Discord, we can forward it to Mike and see what's going on. Maybe it just takes a while to refresh. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just taking the transaction has to clear, but I see 0 votes too. So there might be an issue. let's do this giveaway, and then we'll see you all tomorrow for our Friday fun stream. Probably play some more games. Maybe we'll play some Counter-Strike. Maybe, Max, you can download Counter-Strike and do some CS2. I think you can play with an Xbox controller. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday evening. And if we don't catch you tomorrow, hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to be going to visit my parents for a few days in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, when are you leaving for that?
Probably tomorrow night, assuming I can get everything done I need to get here. Probably after stream tomorrow. It's a 3-hour drive, so I can leave at like 6 or 7 and then get in later in the evening. Who won this? Congrats to Boom Shankar. We can hook you up.
You show up and everyone will be going to bed.
Yeah, I'm mostly there so I can hang out on Saturday. I told them I could make it on Saturday, but just easier for me to wake up there than have to drive in the day. Also, I feel like night driving, there's less traffic.
Yeah, that's true. How long are you staying?
I'm not sure yet. I probably try to come back on Tuesday for stream. Maybe come back Tuesday, like leave Tuesday morning and get back here Tuesday afternoon. Because I need to be rendering shit for our project. I can't really be on that long.
If you aren't back on Tuesday, I'll stream anyway. I'll do some fucking.
I'm more worried about I can stream from there if I want to. It's just I don't have my computer with all the music on it. I'm gonna try to do like another 150, 160 today and tomorrow before I leave. So I'll at least have like be almost halfway done. So you have a bunch of shit to work with if you want to work on it without me.
And when Paul and I can figure out our workflow on how to add the music and do the flicker and stuff all at the same time. Otherwise, that's like too much fucking. There's got to be a way. Like, I mean, there's definitely a way to do that where we can do the visual side, like make the videos and the music at the same time.
I mean, that's how you normally do, right?
Yeah. I was talking to Paul about it earlier, and he was like, I don't know. And I was like, you definitely can. Like, because in general, the way we usually do it is Paul will output we'll do like the flicker stuff, and then I'll add the music in Premiere as a second thing. So if for this workflow, that would mean render 1,000 images, then 1,000 videos without music, and then 1,000 with music, which is like, no, we got to consolidate those last two. So we're still
ideally you're rendering them at the same time, so you're not doing 2,000 renders.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I'm trying to get you a bulk amount of music before I leave. So if you need to be working on that, you at least have. Although I feel like I have enough now that you're probably not going to outpace me. Like I doubt you're going to do like 300 renders by the time I get back in like 5 days. But maybe
3,000. If we're doing like 3,000 renders like that, and each of them take 3 minutes to finish and like catalog and stuff, that's 150 hours of like active work, which is too much. So at least too much to do in like the next few weeks.
This is still it says 0 votes. I wonder.
Huh.
Can you it says we have no NFTs to vote, which shouldn't airdrop.neon have NFTs in it?
It does, but I don't know if it has any Neon Space ones. I think it does. Though.
We're in give.neon. What's an airdrop.neon?
Oh, airdrop.neon probably does not.
0 NFTs owned. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know. I can't troubleshoot this right now. Also, we're about to do a meeting. Maybe I'll just post this in the Waxhouse server. So it says proposal ID choice. It has no asset IDs though. So maybe it didn't select the assets.
Huh. Shouldn't it just be the whole collection as like usual?
Well, I mean, if he actually had votes counted, it should have put the asset IDs in these brackets, I think, right?
I think so.
I mean, let me log into my wallet and see if I can text.
Yeah, I was about to do that on my end here too. I can do for my hot wallet. I only have like 20 assets or something. I'm pretty sure I can vote without skewing too much.
Yeah, I can probably log in with I don't know. How about you try it since you can?
Yeah, let's see. I'm logging
Do you want to share your
in.
screen and show if it works?
Yes. Pull this up. And,
What's
web.
Firestone Tri-Tip? Isn't Firestone like
What?
a tire brand?
Tire? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's see. Wax Dow. Where's the Dows? Dows. And we want to find Neon Space. Okay, and I see proposals. Neon liquidity in progress. Okay, let's
It's a
see.
BBQ Tri-Tip restaurant in SLO.
Total
Can
votes
you
0.
message me that? I feel like I'm gonna forget that Yamster. Will you send me a DM with that so I can remember the name when I go? That sounds fucking delicious. Barbecue Tri-Tip.
You have 0 NFTs to vote with, it says. And I definitely have NFTs in this wallet, I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
Did I somehow fuck up creating the proposal? I feel like you... Don't we have the same settings for all of our proposals?
I thought so. Yeah, I have 53 NFTs in this wallet, so I should absolutely have something to vote with. And it is saying... oh, no, there it is. It sees them. I have 53. It's now. It took a second, but it sees them. Okay, so let's say I'll say migrate to Alcor. Submit. Let's see. All of these. Choice 0. Yes. Yeah, that all looks right. Okay, sign.
So mine did say 24, and then after my vote, it changed to 0.
Your vote has been submitted. Close. Okay, now if I refresh. 53, baby. It's working for me, I think. Yeah, it looks like 100% of the vote strength is now on moving to Alcor. Weird.
It says 53 for me too.
I wonder what the issue was with the last one. Here, I can share my transaction ID. Here, I was looking up the index token to make sure that I was telling Mocha the right one. First.ftw, take me to my wallet. And this is what my vote ended up looking like.
Can you vote again, Mocha?
Copy that.
Can you vote again, or is it like done now?
See, and now it still says I have 53 NFTs
Mark's
to vote.
here. What's going on, Mark?
Hello.
Yo, yo, yo. Oh, no. See, now it says I have 0 to vote with. Okay. And then just for context, this is the link to the transaction hash. You can use that to possibly compare my successful transaction with your unsuccessful one and maybe get to the bottom of something there.
Can you put it in the private chat so I can look at it? I'm pretty sure it just didn't, like, he voted without assets according to the transaction. So it should say the assets you voted with in the ID.
It could be that it takes a second to populate like the assets that you have in your wallet, and so if you voted before it finished populating, it might have voted without because remember when I first came it said I had 0 assets to vote, but I could still vote. So maybe that's what happened. Here, let me try if I say stay on DeFi box. If I should try submitting the same vote and see if it works. I'll try. Let's see. So I'll sign this one.
No, yours has all the assets listed, so his just didn't select the assets. That's why I'm asking if he can see it again.
It said it submitted that vote. Oh, look, and now
you can vote again, Mocha. I think it just didn't submit the vote.
Oh,
so
see, it didn't
try again.
So it looks like somebody did add to the vote, though. Now we have 140.
It shouldn't cost any RAM either. Like if you didn't vote, the RAM is per NFT you vote with, so it shouldn't have cost you anything other than maybe CPU. So you should be able to push the vote again if you can see the NFTs. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe it's just like a visual glitch or something. But if you can vote again, I would just recommend trying a second vote. And let us know if that works. If it doesn't, then we can reach out to Mike. Also, to catch Mark up, we're voting to migrate our Neon liquidity off of DeFi box.
And into WaxDAO?
No, it's either Alcor, Taco Swap, or leave it on DeFi box are the 3 options.
I see. Is just DeFi box just not I guess the incentive was the initial reason we did it.
They also haven't been building shit. And here, like I pulled this up. Like
a decent bit of liquidity. I mean, we got some leverage there to be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna move a decent bit of wax. You know, I feel like that moves the needle in a certain way.
I don't think they give a shit what's happening on Wax. I think they're very focused on EOS, and they don't give a
Paul
shit.
in the house.
They haven't built anything.
We're just gonna broadcast our whole team meeting, guys.
Oh shit, we are on. We are on.
Paul, you should share your screen and show off some of the stuff while you're here, while we're still live, I guess.
Yeah, man, show your dick, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna switch to.
It's what the people want. Mark, that's inappropriate. That's from my eyes only.
I'm gonna file a complaint to HR.
or you have to pay Paul's nudity rate, which is absorbent.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to see the graphic designer from I Can See Your Voice. I want to see that.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Mark
You'll
does
have
keep
to-
texting me late at night. He's like, I just gotta see your dick, dude. Mark.
Well, I got
No,
I
what do
check
you say?
WikiFeed all the time to know when you made it, so then I know you're legit.
Yeah. And anything yet?
Heyo.
I don't know. Are you on WikiFeed? You
whole
called me
team
out.
on
I actually
like
don't
this.
check.
It's kind of dope.
What'd you say, Max?
It's been a second since everyone's been on a stream like this. Do you want to show off any of the stuff you have up for
If you
people who
want.
are live? Or no?
I don't know.
Just as,
Should we wait for Bob?
Yeah,
I don't
Bob.
know, you might be waiting a while.
Got him.
You're gonna have a beard bigger than his by the time he shows up.
Bob is
You
dragging
can
over
poll
the music
about what
to
people,
TS
how do
too.
people like Paul's mustache? That's been like the question lately.
I think it's solid. It's got a.
Mark took a second to be like, does he have a mustache?
Well, when you're smiling, it does kind of thin it
It
out.
disappeared. It's because you're so dark, Paul.
It's got like a highway patrolman level, which I think is respectable for a mustache.
You want to know what Paul was upset? Should I tell her?
If it's
should I
too
tell
thin,
my-
it looks a little gross. Like, but it's thickened up, so you got a good stash level.
Do you want to know what Sandy said, Paul? Should I tell him? Can I tell him?
Go ahead.
Sandy says it reminds her of Snoopy's uncle.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
That means
I didn't know
absolutely
Snoopy had
nothing.
an uncle.
Okay, well, if you Google Snoopy's uncle, you'll be in for a good laugh.
Is Snoopy's uncle a dog?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a dog with a mustache. But you know what? I'll pull up Snoopy's uncle.
I don't
just
know.
'cause-
It looks kind of weird. Snoopy's uncle looks like it's like they're wasted. They got like some crazy like kind of droopy eyelid thing, like they're just like some drunk uncle.
Let's see. I don't know. Yeah. Here, let me share. my
Dude,
screen
yeah,
real
share the
quick.
screen. Like it looks like that uncle's wasted.
Okay, this is what Sandy. So this isn't me, but this is what Sandy said. Paul's mustache.
It's
reminds her
way
of.
thicker than that.
Yeah. So we could go. Here's one where he looks a little less wasted. But yeah, I mean, you can count how many
Snoopy's
hairs.
uncle just looks like a poorly drawn version of Snoopy. Like if someone didn't know how to draw Snoopy well, that's what Snoopy's uncle looks
Draw
like.
Snoopy from memory.
Yeah, it's like almost. There's just no dirt stash.
I know
there's
Snoopy's uncle's a cop too.
Dude, damn. Hey,
He's
Cap.
like an Uncle
Fucking
Sam.
narc.
I don't know. Anyway, Paul, do you have any like teasers that you want to show, or should we save that for when we finish?
could, I
this
mean,
one?
they're a work in progress if you want to see, but yeah.
Says,
I think. I mean,
it
I
says
feel
your
like they're
PC,
pretty
but it
cool.
says they will need to connect their mic/cam before you can add them to the stream.
Oh, really? That's my PC.
I think you just have to click share screen.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Oh, yeah, I think I can.
It's because
Damn.
Paul joined on a different computer. That's why. That's like looking for his webcam. That's not a screen share.
Should I kick your screen, or are you kicking it on your own, Paul?
Hold on. I'm not logged on, so give me 1 second.
I can add him when he shares the screen.
Dude, like Snoopy's uncle's like straight up cross-eyed, dude. I feel like you should be more insulted by that comparison.
He was pretty insulted. I laughed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, that's the Lewis.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
These have yet to have color. No.
No color yet.
No
We're
color.
still in the process of coloring the traits.
So that marquee trait would be like an outline border of the full rectangle.
It'd be like a couple, so I'd have to show you. So
There's a couple variants of it. Like it's not necessarily a rectangle.
yeah.
Some of them.
I have
can
this
be
song
like,
pulled up. Perfect timing.
Okay.
I am rectangular.
It'll also be framed differently than this, so you'll see a little bit more of this.
I am rectangular.
Yeah, they won't be rectangular quite like this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show them all off, but you got a little teases in here.
So some of the good ones here. Let's see. Show the Cat in the Hat one. I thought that one was terrifying.
No, I didn't say that one.
Is Cat in the Hat
Yeah,
terrifying? Is it supposed to be terrifying?
The neon one is.
The stylistically, going from like all the other ones that have to like a Cat in the Hat because Dr. Seuss has such a distinct style. It looks pretty like what? It looks monstrous.
Yeah.
I'll show
Okay.
you.
Paul wants to save that one. That one's me. I like this one. That's going to be 3D glasses, and that's my company's logo in the center.
I'm
on my shirt.
cautiously intrigued to see how Paul interprets me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you have the mark?
That's how I interpret Mark, dude.
He's black.
It's not
Damn, shots fired. man.
Feel it
Shots
in my
fired.
bones. I am rectangular.
Which
I'm
other
just
one? do you wanna
sneaky,
show off?
dude. I'm real sneaky.
Yeah. I have to. I don't know. I think that's good enough teases. Here and there.
How about we see?
So the idea is that the outlines will be colored, and then the marquee would be an
No,
addition.
everything's colored. So yeah. So I'd have to show you like off stream.
Everything's colored. It's like and it'll be like neon flicker and everything as well.
Yeah, and then were you trying to do like the animated pieces for some of them as like rare traits where there's like some sort of motion, like the live dude
some of
drinking?
them.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe a blink or like a fucking
Yeah.
A couple. There's a couple we've been talking about then.
Like the open closed. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe like an open mouth. There's like a rocker that has an open close mouth. I'm gonna close this now. Open close mouth, and so you can get either 1, 2, or you can get the full animated one.
Okay, yeah. I like that. Yeah, you're building some chase stuff.
Yeah. Hair's getting a little long, Mark.
I know. I need a haircut real bad. We passed our health inspection today, so
that's good.
Congrats.
Hey,
big deal.
Nice. So you don't have herpes?
yeah. So at least not the health inspector doesn't know. I don't know. They say 1 in 5, and there's 4 of us here. So
It's Bob.
Bob, yeah.
got him.
Got him. I actually tested for herpes and I was negative. So.
Oh wow. Okay, he's got receipts.
And I'm pretty sure Paul just got blood work back that also was negative. No HIV, no herpes, no nothing. So I'm looking at the.
I didn't know I needed to bring receipts today, but.
Well, there you go, Mark.
But yeah, they test all your hand washing and like all your hot water is working and all your fridges are up to temp.
Your hands are just like holding hot, like holding them, like because they tell you put them in like a super hot water when you're washing them. You're like,
yeah. So
I would like show me how you wash your hands.
What's up?
Were they like show us how you wash your hands?
No. They just need to know that the hand washing stations are all oriented the way they're supposed to, that the water gets hot fast enough, your fridges hold temperature, you built according to the plans that you sent them, your food prep areas are in logical places.
all right. So what's
How long did that take to go over all that shit?
It was like maybe 30 minutes. And then they do an additional inspection. So this clears us to open and operate and buy food legally from suppliers. And then in the first 30 days, once you open, they do a random inspection at an undisclosed time to then audit you as you've opened in practice to
And
see
that's
if
what
you followed through on the shit you said you were gonna do.
And is that where you get a grade?
They don't do that in this area. Like in King County on Western Washington, they do the whole smiley face thing where like you have to put it in your front window and you have the big smiley face or like the frowny face. They don't do that in this county. So they
they do
give
the
you a
left.
grade, but you don't have to publicly display it.
Mm.
But you could look it up
kinda like
online, basically.
I like the letter grade thing. I think the fucking what was the place that we have for dim sum? They had like a C, which I didn't even see it go that low. I was like, damn, a C. But then I was like,
Did it
it's
feel like a
dim sum.
C when you
Like,
went in though?
oh, I still went in and ate it. I was like, I justified it because it's like it's dim sum, like they make it. It probably sits out longer than most like
But
restaurants.
yeah, I wonder if like you go in and you like look around, you see the employees or you see like the facilities, and you're like, that's a C. It's totally a C.
Yeah.
It's
or
for
if it's
sure-
like a
for
nickel and
sure.
dime C.
It's for sure.
I don't know. It usually has an A, but like this time we went, it was like, oh damn, they had a C for this last inspection. Not great.
Well, and it's
But-
funny in Western Washington too, because it's like you have like the happy face, then you have like a smile, and then there's like a neutral face, and then there's like the frowny face.
Yeah, I
If
feel like
you
the
have the
frowny face
neutral
is something
one,
that-
like
why
What's
are
the
you
frowny
still- why are you
face?
still allowed
What has
be
to happen
open
to get
for
the frowny?
face?
I don't know how you stay open if you have the frowny face, to be honest. But
Frowny
Yeah,
face
I
is
like
like
seeing those
Chipotle
kinds
poisoning people.
so yeah, we're
That's
doing
cool.
our liquor inspection next week, and then our city inspection probably
Wow.
end of next week, and then we should hopefully be street legal and potentially
Shit,
a
dude,
week to a week and a half. Yeah.
Opening night's coming up, huh? Let us know. We'll have to come out. My parents also want to come out and come to your opening week or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome. Yeah, I think we'll try and there's a crumb. Are you familiar with Crumble Cookie? Crumble Cookie came to Wenatchee. This is like the first Crumble Cookie location, and it's like a franchise. And oh my god, there is like a line around the block every fucking day. It's like when Krispy Kreme opened in Issaquah, and there's a line around the block for like a month. So like Wenatchee's like a big small town, so it's like anything new is just everyone has to try it. So we're gonna do some soft opens, friends and family stuff, get some industry folks or people we know around the area, and not put our sign up for like a month or so, and then do like a ribbon cutting and all this kind of more public facing stuff, and then we can kind of get established, get the processes down before the whole city descends on us. Because I'm telling you, anything new in a small town that's 30 minutes from anything else, it goes downhill pretty quick.
Interesting. So you guys gonna have around the block lines too, huh?
I mean, I'd hope so, but I don't know.
You gotta go to that. Like,
turning
you
out
gotta go
really
to-
good. Like
you gotta go
we've
to
got
Crumble
the.
Cookie.
What's up?
You gotta go to Crumble Cookie and start handing out flyers to people wait in line.
I haven't tried Crumble Cookie. I don't know if you guys have tried it. I'm like, I definitely am a man who loves a good cookie. So
I don't know. I make my cookies at home because I like wheat in them.
they're really thick, though. They're like almost like cakes that look like cookies. They're like really big and kind of dense.
How much wheat is in them?
It's weird. I don't know. It seems more closer to cake than it is a cookie.
How much weed is in each cookie?
There is no weed in it.
All right, there's a couple actually nearby.
Crumble cookies?
Crumble cookies? Okay.
Yeah, there's one actually right by us.
Wait, so this is just a cookie store? I missed the first part of that.
Yeah, it's like a franchise, and they sell cookies, and they're like really big, and they're kind of thick, and then they do like red velvet cookies, or like lemon meringue cookies, or like all these sorts of
They have
things.
entire stores dedicated to that? Like, who's
That's
doing
the
there?
whole model. Yeah,
It sounds like a vending machine to me.
What is this fucking Miss Fields in the mall? Like, just
dude,
fight each other?
Mrs. Fields is awesome.
dude.
Huge Mrs. Fields fan.
I just never get cookies when I'm at the mall, so I guess I just missed that whole lane.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
You know
me
what?
either.
I was just being advertised this somewhere.
I'd rather get the pretzels. Auntie Ons can fucking kick
Oh
the shit out of
yeah,
Miss Fields.
Wetzel's pretzels, dude. Oh,
Wetzels. You're making me Wetzels.
and that
Wetzel
fucking
and Auntie On are gonna double team her.
dude, and that cheese dip and the hot dog, the fucking hot dog wrapped in the
Oh,
pretzel
yeah,
bun.
dude.
Yeah, so it's like
Mark,
this.
don't bring your shit here, dude. Don't bring this cookie shit. This is a savory feast, dude. We're savory people here.
Yeah.
I'll even say the pretzel place. I used to get the cinnamon sugar pretzel and dip it in the caramel dip. You can even go fucking sweet if you're at the pretzel place too. They got fucking sweet options.
Yeah,
Man,
so
Costco used to have
apple
fucking
and stuff,
pretzels.
but it's crazy expensive, dude. Like I mean, they're like.
Oh, and they spell it without an E on the end. I hate that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, for those reasons, I'm out.
They spell it crumble wrong. Like they don't put the E on the end of the word. Like what is that horseshit?
Yeah,
Was this the
like-
Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
that
all
one looks
the
pretty
rage,
good.
but I don't really get it. And it's kind of expensive, but I've known people that get it shipped to them and shit like that before Crumble Cookie came to
What?
Wenatchee. It's fucking.
You got to
weird.
cut those people out of your life.
Yeah, dude.
It's like clearly you just don't know. Like you're like so starved for good food in this area. Like you're really desperate.
You can't make cookies at home. Hey, you guys, at your restaurant, you already have an oven. It sounds like you got to add cookies to the menu, dude.
Apparently so. Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
don't think cookies are that complex, really. Like
They used to have one at
like,
Domino's where it's like a big cookie in a tin pan that you'd cook that people order.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
not Domino's,
That's
like
the-
Papa John's. I
I think
think
that's the thing. Yeah, like the pizza
good.
cookie.
There's no
Pizza
Yeah.
cookie.
I'm going to preview some of the music that I rendered yesterday. These are the hero ones. This one's the blues track. Oh yeah. And that's it, 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Oh, that's
Is this country? Like disco is next. And then we got this EDM. Just rolling through these. This is folk. Funk.
Ooh. Ooh. Maybe.
Hip hop. What else do we have? Jazz.
Do we have percentages on like how many would get a music trade or?
All of them are getting music.
Oh, okay.
I'm rendering 1,000 songs. These are just these are the hero ones. So this is like each trade is the same for all of them. This is the metal one. What's that for metal? Punk. This is rock. No, sorry, reggae. I need to retitle this one. This is rock.
Yeah, and then each of the instrument tracks can be mixed and matched with the other ones. And it's like,
This is vaporwave. This is somebody's like, "Oh, you're doing vaporwave," and I was like, "I actually didn't do vaporwave, even though that's how we started." So I had to redo. This one's got all like VHS warp sounds. It's kind of cool.
yeah,
I kind of like that. It's got like
That's
some
good, man.
80s like 80s vibes to it.
And I'll show so those are all the hero ones, but like if you want to see an example, I'll just pick a random one. Let's just scroll down. This one is blues, drums, metal, bass, folk, piano, and EDM guitar.
And are you randomizing these?
No, I'm hand mixing every one of these.
Okay. So all 1,000 are at least somewhat deliberate in a way that they're mixing and matching the pre-built parts.
Yeah, I mean some of them sound weirder than other ones. Let's see, like this one. Let's go to our
artwork,
country.
2D stuff. It's all hand. All of this whole project is handmade.
Yeah, so not generative, hand
So
curated.
this is
Nothing
country
is generative.
drums, disco bass, disco guitar, and disco keys and funk guitar. So this is country disco funk.
I kind of dig that. The drums really work.
Let's do another country one. This is trying to pick weird ones. This is country drums, hip hop bass, metal guitar. We already did a metal one. Let's do a different one. This is country drums, hip hop bass, jazz keys, and disco guitar.
Oh, let me grab a chart. We should jump into our meeting scene here, see if Paul's got like 30 minutes before we hit it.
Yeah. I just want to show people a quick preview since we showed them some of the. But every single one of those will be different, and there's going to be a fucking 1,000 of them. It's taking forever to render, but good shit. All right. We're going to raid into someone. I'm going to play us off with the rectangular song that I'm obsessed with right now. I am rectangular.
Who does the song?
Sean Stevens.
Okay.
People only know about him because they play it on the H3 podcast.
Oh, okay.
I am rectangular. I feel it in my bones. I am rectangular.
God, that voice sounds
Feel
familiar.
no hole. I am rectangular. And you are a circle. I am rectangular. I feel no hole. I am rectangular. And you are a circle. I am rectangular. I'm a lost soul. I am rectangular. The world is a circle. I am rectangular. I'm a lost soul.
God, the video's
Trying to find the promise to me. I'll hit the bottom, touch the sky, searching for the one who is mine. I am rectangular. I feel it in my bones. I am rectangular. I feel no hole. I am rectangular. You are a circle. I am rectangular. I'm a lost soul.